Mr. Hollywood.
What's going on? Going on,
What's up,
OG?
bro? How
Cheers
you
up,
doing,
baby.
man?
My water. Yo, man, I'm blessed, man. How about
Cheers to our
yourself?
quarterback returning. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yo, two quarterbacks with COVID, bro? Like, yo,
Well, no,
you
no, no.
could,
Mike White, although vaccinated, has COVID. Joe
yeah,
Flacco,
but
unvaccinated, can't play as a close contact. So
yeah,
both are
close
out.
contact,
Josh
yeah.
Johnson elevated. They had to elevate him anyway, right? Even though they wouldn't do it last week. So
Yeah, I mean, but I'm excited though, man. Our quarterback's back, you know what I'm saying? And I'm excited about. I want to see what he learned, bro. Like, I'm really excited. That's about the only thing we gotta look forward to. And everyone's jumping on Houston. Nah, they're a bad football team. I was like, look, man, if you watch Houston's games, bro, they've been in every dogfight, bro. They have not laid down, bro. So, you got to give the coach credit, man. He got rid, bro. They had a fire sale. They sold
yeah.
half the team for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
so what are your expectations? And I just posted the link. If you guys want to hop on with us tonight, the link is in the chat. What are your expectations for Zach Wilson coming back? He's been out about 4 weeks now. What are you expecting to see?
you know, I don't know, prime time. I mean, I'm hoping he doesn't start off slow. I'm hoping that he takes the short game and then stretch the ball down the field. I'm hoping that he takes his time with it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
just hope he comes back and just play complimentary football and not try to play hero ball. Just come back, get acclimated, make some good throws. But that's our offense coordinator, man. He has to put this guy in position to win, bro. You can't just send him out there, bro, and just. But he wants to go, and I think that he's watched everyone else, so he kind of sees like, yo, I've been missing guys wide open. Take the short game and let's go with it, man.
yeah. Tyson's not gonna be joining us tonight. He's got some stuff going on. He's a little busy. But also just real quick before we get to some of the calls, we have our Trusting the Process T-shirts. Never a better time. 1 week left to get your orders in. Just a reminder also that $5 from each shirt goes to the Jersey City Fire Department and the Mark Lee Christmas Toy Drive. So definitely a great cause to support there. And with that, we'll go to the chat a little early today. I want to get as many people on. Me and Tyson pretty much, and you last night when you joined us, we said everything we needed to say about this game. I don't really feel like breaking down Joe Flacco or anything like that. I'm more excited to talk about the future. Zach Wilson
Yeah,
coming back,
absolutely.
positive vibes. Coach Sala showing a little bit of life. So let's open
Let's
up the
go.
chat. We'll start it off with Jake today. Let's go with Jake.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
you're good,
sound
man.
good,
I
Jake.
got
What's
to
going
fix
on,
this.
bro?
I got to fix this screen. What am I doing here? There we
Yeah.
go.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened last week. I don't know. Maybe people didn't want to hear me last week, so sorry.
Your audio wasn't working.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. It was people were very happy I didn't have to talk last week. So sorry, guys. You have to listen to me
Not
again.
me, man. I missed you. I missed
uh,
you.
nah,
Yeah.
always,
Well,
man.
first up, well, actually,
I always
prime
love
time.
your
First,
points, man.
I didn't know you were going through family things. So if I said something inappropriate, I apologize. I
No,
didn't.
no,
Nah,
dude,
bro.
not at all, man. Any football talk is a nice distraction, away from what's been going on. My uncle passed 2 weeks ago, and my mom's in the hospital right now, so it's been just a shit show at my house. So
Yeah.
definitely doing these streams and everything's a nice getaway from all of it.
Yeah, the last week, actually last Tuesday would have been my dad's 65th, so I
Oh
understand what
man,
you're
I'm so
going
sorry.
through
Yeah,
right
So
now.
yeah,
sorry to
So
hear that,
it's
brother, man.
yeah,
So
so
sorry to hear that.
that was kind of like a good way to get a release, but it doesn't matter.
yeah.
It's things are getting better, and well, I mean, actually, I'm going to start it off with a very lighter note because I know people want to hear some positive news from me. I'm actually surprisingly going to say this, even through the shit we've been going through this year. This draft class, now, obviously, Zach Wilson not commenting yet because he hasn't played enough. This draft is actually turning out to be better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I'm
Absolutely.
actually somewhat optimistic about where this draft has gone so far. And you think about, I mean, Elijah Moore, I think a lot of people had high esteem for him and ABT, but like, look at like Eccles, the Michael Carter, running back, safety. It's just, there are some promising pieces that I have to say at least have been contributing. Now, of course, they're forced onto the field because of being rookies, but I don't know. It's just, I kind of wanted to kick it off with that at least, even though Joe Douglas did her shit for the Flacco trade and everything.
Yeah. No, I
I
mean
mean,
that was my big positive to take away, aside from Coach Sala, the fact that it actually looks like from this draft class, as the weeks go on, we're starting to get more and more players that are stepping up. And I was kind of cautious early on, like last year we were anointing Mekhi Becton as top 5 tackle after 5 or 6 games. I'm like, dude's 375 pounds. Let's see him stay healthy a little bit. Bryce Hall is the same kind of thing earlier on this year, but Elijah Moore, the sample that we've gotten from the last 4 games with him, dude's a fucking beast. Same thing with Michael
absolutely.
Carter. Both
Yep.
of these guys look like
Both,
legitimate pieces.
not just Michael Carter, both Carters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of them guys, man, absolutely stepped up, man. And we're watching Elijah Moore become a star. And you know, AVT, you know what I'm saying? As I call him, ATV. You know what I'm saying? It's been amazing. So, right now we can be excited about that. But at the same time, the most important piece comes back on the field this Sunday. And that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if Zach Wilson turns out to be a solid quarterback, bro, like, absolutely, bro. It's no way around. And look, a lot of those cornerbacks were taken in the later rounds. And these guys are performing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one expected a fifth round pick to come in and start and be able to produce the way these guys have produced, man. And from last year, man, listen, I'm big on Bryce Hall. I'm sorry. I thought Bryce Hall last year for us was probably one of the steals of the draft. I know he hasn't done it yet.
I've been
But
saying that.
you know what I'm saying? But
I've been saying that.
he also missed the whole season. So that was his first season to get acclimated. Plus he's been
Yeah,
healthy
he's coming
all
off
season.
injuries.
Exactly. And plus he's been healthy. You know what I'm saying? So you just imagine, man, some solid safeties in the pass rush, man. Well, how good these young guys could be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I know they're going to improve in the draft this year and probably go with somebody else. But at the same time, man, from what we have from players that young and that late in the draft, they've been producing, man. I'm happy with what I see. I'm not even mad with our secondary. What do you think, Jake?
Well, I mean, we also have to push a little back on even some of the veterans like John Franklin Myers. Where's he been? Like, I have seen zero production out of him since his contract. Quinnen Williams. I think Quinnen Williams is Jones fracture on his foot that he was recovering from. I think that's still bothering him a little bit. So I'm not going to, scoring him too much, but I think he should at least at this point start to show a little more production, especially as they thought he was going to be this, Tavon Carrick, like whatever the guy from San Francisco that Sala wanted. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I just think the pass rush definitely could do better. Now, obviously, we are seeing the after effect of not having Lawson. We're going to say that
Absolutely.
all year long. We are not
Absolutely.
getting what we want. But I think in the end, I mean, guys, let's think about this. Like, the Jets could have 2 top 5 picks. Like, let's really say that out loud right now.
Yes.
They could have
Beautiful,
2.
brother.
Thank you, Geno Smith. I'll put you in the ring of honor for what you've done for us so far. Thank you very much. And clearly, Russell Wilson's not healthy at all. That's why they're forcing him back onto the field. But they're clearly not going to win any more games. They're not winning the division. So at some point, you have to say maybe they're just going to shut it down and just lose out. I would love that. But
two top 5 picks and possibly four picks overall in the top 40 or so, because Carolina's starting to come back down there a little bit.
Thanks, Sam Darnold. Appreciate it.
Listen.
And $50 million in cap space. You can easily create another 20 to 30 with Ryan Griffin, Van Roten. If you decide to move on from Fant, there's a bunch of guys. McGovern too. I think you could save $9 million on him. Afrin was talking about that last night. So there's plenty of ways to create even more resources for next year.
I mean, I've been saying this. They're going to purge this offensive line. I know it's very scary and it's going to probably hurt into next season, but there's really no benefit keeping 80% of this line, right? I mean, thank God they finally, for the life of me, benched Van Roten. I mean, there was just zero business him being back on that field. And Dr. Tardif at least showed some production over the. Now, keep in mind, I didn't watch. I'm not at the point where I'm watching full games. I just watched the red zone. I can see the bits and pieces I've seen. But the fact is that for what I did see from Tardif is at least he's showing some. And they're actually praising him about the guy that the Chiefs just cut that we traded. I mean, it's pretty funny. Like, you think about it, people are actually giving Joe Douglas more credit. I don't think as a fan we should be praising him, but look, the little deals, man. The Chris Herndon trade, Jamal Adams trade, the Sam Darnold trade. Now the Flacco trade is bullshit, obviously, but there's just a lot of picks we're recruiting over the time. And I'll tell you something right now, guys, because I have my buddy's an Oregon fan, and he's a Jets fan. We get Thibodeau on this team. I'm going to be so fucking pumped if we can get him on this team. Get Thibodeau and Lawson in them in that pass rush. That's what I'd be craving more than anything. Would
they pay Franklin Myers for then?
No, he's going to be part. Yeah, look, they have to. He was never going to be like that dominant pass rusher. I never saw him as that. Dominant, like a JJ.
He's a universal piece. That's what they like with Frank so much. He's a universal piece, so they can send him across the line. And I wanted to say something, Jake. You know what I'm saying? And going back to Doc. You know what I'm saying? He gave up 7 pressures, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he gave up. But that's his first game back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, it's his second game back, but his first game with us. So I'm expecting more from him as he go on. But like you said something, man. Can you imagine, bro? 2 top picks in the top 5, bro. Like, listen, and I know we're jumping and putting the cart before the horse. I just want to say this right here. If I'm Joe Douglas, I'm taking the DN and I'm taking the best tackle in there. On the later rounds, I'm getting me inside and maybe a center. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening. I'm fixing this line. I'm not having this problem no more. I'm going to add me 5 studs that's just going to bowl and push everybody off the
Yeah.
ball. But that's here nor there. But I'm just saying that, Doc actually gave up 7 pressures. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, he's better than Roten. So there's no other way around that.
Not
He's
Yeah,
saying
better
much.
than Roten because he was
you,
horrible.
you can't, yeah, you can't get. I mean, at this point, also like Fant's a 1 year deal. Look, I think Moses thought about this in his mind that if this team went south, which not that we're going south, it's clearly going to take a while. He probably wants to win, and some team will pay him. I think he'll go elsewhere unless they want to take him for like next to nothing. I'm not giving Moses a big deal. I'm not giving Fant a big deal. I rather just go into the draft and maybe get another free agent out there. I mean, Feeney's been another piece of waste also. So, the offensive line, that's the one thing, like, as with the exception of ABT. And sorry, Becton is still a problem to me. Becton right now is a bust in my mind until I start seeing him on the field sooner than later. It's a fair argument.
I don't want to use that
No,
word bust. He's got
I'm
to
not saying
prove he can stay
bust.
healthy.
I'm,
When he's
You're
on
not-
the
I'm
field,
not.
when
Nah,
he's
You're not
I'm not-
available. I
play.
can't say that.
Yeah.
You're not available.
Your
He's not available.
your best availability is availability. Listen, I'm not going to say he's a bust. I'm going to say I have concerns. I do have
That's fair.
concerns because, like I said, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, he's not on the field and he's a big guy. And, you know what I'm saying, I don't know his eating habits. I'm a big guy. And I know sometimes, man, we like to eat. You know what I'm saying? And he's about my size, bro. So
See,
I know how hard it is to try to be on a diet. I want a diet right now. And Thanksgiving is Thursday. Diet is off to after Thanksgiving.
and I know it was a freak injury this year with Van Roten falling on him, but I think we all had some concerns last year. He was out like 3 or 4 different times with various injuries, and then
But
you
he
start hearing all the
struggled.
reports about his
Yeah,
work
it was
ethic
scary.
and coming in
It's scary.
overweight. Like that shit for a second-year player shouldn't be
Yeah,
happening.
it's scary. It's scary that, you know what I'm saying, before he even got injured, man, you know what I'm saying, we were getting reports that he was getting killed every day in practice. Like he was getting just
That
blown
too.
by every day in practice.
Well, no,
That
that was
scares
what
me.
it was.
Well,
Iron sharpens iron,
Lawson
right?
was a big part of that. Lawson was just that showed you how good he was.
But listen, steel sharp and steel though. But listen, and one more thing too, man, we're forgetting, man. Listen, we're getting Lawson back next year. You know what I'm saying? A half of Lawson is better than no Lawson at all. Listen, he's better than everything we have on this team right now. So you
Not
can
for the money
imagine.
we're paying him. That's the problem. The money we're paying Lawson. Like, I wouldn't be stunned in somehow, shape, or way if he does not look good into like training camp. They're gonna have to do something about it because there's no guarantee. He's already had double ACL surgeries, and I may have mentioned it before. My brother's friend is a paralegal at his firm. He's actually very good friends with the Lawson family, and he said that like the injuries he's sustained, it's not a shocker that he's gone through this. And they said that's something that he hope he comes back next year, but I'm just going to be on. I want Lawson back, but this is his third big injury. I mean, that's an amount of money they're paying.
But look what
The Jets
look what
really
he's
got
done though.
we just got fucked really on this deal. I hate to say it.
But look what he's done though. You know what I'm saying? He's been through 2 major injuries, came back, bro, and produced at a high level. You know what I'm saying? So listen, with our high draft picks, this draft coming up, man, is very solid in defensive ends. You know what I'm saying? That are game
It is.
changers. So if you take one of those guys and you have Lawson and you have to wait for him to come back, it's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? I think the Franklin Myers deal scares me more than anything. I'm gonna be honest with you because once he got his money, he has not produced, man. And I know there's a lot of factors to it because what's happening and what everyone keeps leaving Q off this, man. Listen, it's not Q, bro. He's getting double teamed, bro. The point of bringing Lawson in so Q could get 1-on-1 and take advantage of whoever's in front of him. The problem is he's getting double teamed every single play. But and he still got to lead the team in sacks, man. So at the end of the day, man, I think Q's gonna be okay. Now the other guys, I'm kind of worried about, but you know what I'm saying. And I see one more guy I want to see gone too, Shepard. I'm just listen. I like the kid. I
Like the
thought he was
bust
gonna be
anyway,
screen
something,
of the
gone.
defensive
bro.
line.
He's
They're
a
There's
walking-
no way they're
away.
going to sign him back.
Bro, he's a walking
Yeah.
penalty, bro. He's a walking penalty. It's just like he gets a penalty before the game starts. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
Jake,
amazing.
before we let you go, just thoughts on Salah, the energy we saw on Sunday, and Zach Wilson coming back. What are your thoughts heading into Sunday against Houston?
Well, I mean, truthfully to God, I don't know if Zach Wilson's fully healthy. I know he's back on the field because. Oh, also, by the way, with the COVID thing with Will White and them, they could still come back. It's like a quick
It's 5 days of testing, I think, for Flacco.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to expedite that.
Flacco's 10 days. White's 5 days.
So Flacco's not vaccinated. You're saying Flacco's not vaccinated?
Yeah, same as Aaron Rodgers. He has the whole 10
What an
days out.
idiot.
Yeah, he's the whole 10 days
What
out.
an
But
idiot.
I thought they
But
said it was just going to
White
be
has
5 days for
5 days.
Flacco, but maybe I misread
No,
it.
no,
Yeah.
5 days for White. 5 days for White.
Good. You know what,
I think
Josh?
like,
Look, did we forget Josh Johnson? Did anyone forget the game he played at the Colts that night? He looked pretty decent. So, I mean, I don't see why we can't consider him just being as the backup at this point. I have no
Well,
problem.
he's going to have to this Sunday, but the problem is, I think the reason they didn't want to bring him up last week is there's only so many times you could bring him up and send him back down. So I don't think they can put him back on the practice squad now after this.
oh, they can't.
I don't know how
think
that
so.
works.
I could be wrong, but I think that was the reason they didn't want to have him as the backup last week.
Okay, I didn't know
Yeah,
that was saying.
I mean, just what I was going to say is just about Wilson. Look, the PCL injuries are not something you just miraculously get over quick. Now, unless he is just a freak healer, I mean, congratulations. I'm still a little worried that something's going to tweak up a little bit with him, but at the same time, look, we'll see how he looks by the first quarter. If he gets kind of fidgety and starts watching how he runs a little bit, like you're going to have to see that a little bit during the game. Like it's not like he's going to be out there making flashy plays. And the thing I wanted to mention even before, and I think we've kind of said this, or you guys have said this many times, I kind of look at this as like a Yankee fan. Like the Yankees are all about home runs. Like I want to start seeing singles, doubles, and triples. Like I want to start seeing that from Wilson. I want to start seeing that like he can make the simple in and outs, the simple go routes, simple slants, just can kind of get that. I don't want like the waving and throwing it like far like is great. And I think if he keeps it simple like that, guess what Elijah Moore can do? He can be that productive. But it's all about how the offensive line does, which I hope they can do their job still. And then Wilson will see how he does. Look, we're playing the Texans. I mean, look, the Texans clearly they won last week because they beat the Titans because they're division rival. But look, they have to show, even if they somehow lose to the Texans, like just show me a competitive game. Show me a competitive game every week, and we'll leave it up to that point. That's all I want to say for that point for Wilson. But we'll see. I can't really judge him now. I'll judge him by the end of the season when he has a few games.
Jake, great call, man. Good talking to you.
Man,
Glad your audio was
good
working
call,
tonight.
bro. Hey, and happy holidays to you, brother. Enjoy your
And happy
time with your
Thanksgiving,
family, man.
guys. All right.
Yep,
All
you
right,
too,
brother.
man.
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Hanukkah by the
Enjoy.
start of next week for all you Jews out there. All right. Same here. All right.
Happy Hanukkah.
All right.
I got some Jewish blood in me. All right, let's go to Trav. Yo,
Hey,
Trav,
what's up, guys?
How you
What's
doing,
going
man?
on, Trey? What's up, bro?
I'm good, man. I had to rush walking my dog so I can get in line to jump on stream because you guys are popular as hell. So I don't think he finished what he was doing. So I'm gonna have to get with him after the stream. But I appreciate you guys
Hey,
having me on.
we're pet friendly here. You can hop on while you're on the wall. That's perfectly fine, man.
Yeah, you haven't seen my dog just
man.
make his cameo on the show, bro? He just pops on the couch and like, yo, what's up, big fella?
Listen, if I got my dog on the show, he'd take over the stream. All right, like Lucky, he's made for Hollywood. He's built for that. You guys keep pressing me. Before I get off, I might get him on briefly, but really quick, I wanted to just say, really, I'm seeing the silver lining on some of the stuff with the squad currently. Really happy with the way that the defensive backs are playing as a whole. They're showing fight. They're scrappy. Again, they're not the most talented group of guys, but they play within their ability and they show up every Sunday, and that's more than some of the other portions of our team can currently say. So I'm happy with that. I believe that when this next draft rolls around, our focus needs to be completely on the offensive line because I've liked what I've seen from the wide receiver group. I think we should keep Cole. I think Moore is going to continue to, flash and continue to develop and get better. And then obviously Davis is locked in because of his contract. Defensive line, the only way we draft a defensive lineman is if Kayvon's there, because he's Chase Young-esque and you can't pass on that caliber of talent. Even though we've already dedicated so much money to the line, if he's there, we have to take him. You have to. He's guaranteed a gold jacket. When it comes to JD, like I told you guys last time I was on stream, the jury's still out on him, but this class is really warming me up to him, as well as obviously him winning trades. The only thing I think he's really done poorly this season, fellas, is that JFM contract. We're one of the few teams that invest big money in defensive tackle. No one else does that. DeVorest Buckner got a big contract. Aaron Donald gets a big contract. Name another D tackle that gets paid big money. JFM should have never got that contract whatsoever. It was ridiculous to even consider it and to do it before the season was done.
Bingo. I thought the timing of it didn't make any sense. You paid him off at 3 games where he had 2.5 sacks last year. I think he was at 2, maybe 3 sacks this year. I'm like, let's see a little bit more production before we hand this guy $15 million a year, 4 years, $60 million contract or whatever it was.
I feel
absolutely
mature myself, man. Like I said, he's disappeared the last 6 weeks. I haven't seen him. I didn't know he was still on the team, bro. That's how scary it is. But at the end of the day, listen, I guess they wanted to, because like I said, he looked good the first 2 weeks, first 2-3 weeks. He looked like he was going to be a star, and then it just fizzled out. So that contract, I want to see the parameters of that contract. When can we get out that contract? That's the question.
The whole defense looked really good at the beginning of the season, and I'm not sure if guys got film on us and now we're getting exposed or really what it was. But I mean, he did play well at the beginning of the year, but he's definitely tapered off. I'm still not totally sold on Salah, but again, JD is winning me over. But you guys, I usually don't carry this much facial hair, but the month of November is colon cancer awareness month for men. It's something that ravages the male community, and it's something that's not nearly spoken about enough amongst men. It's a touchy subject because guys don't want to get their prostate checked. I completely understand that, but it's something that's very serious and near and dear to me because I've lost a loved one to it. Thus, again, the no shaving this month for No Shave November. So I hope people take it seriously. It's something that, again, is like a top 3 killer of cancers for men, and something that we as men need to be more open to and to looking forward to. Not to get too deep with you guys on stream right
appreciate you
Nah,
speaking
bro,
up for that. Yeah, absolutely,
bro,
man.
definitely,
It's easy for me to go
Appreciate
no
that.
shave November. I try to do it every year. But it's a little bit easier for me.
Well,
Just let
you
the
make
beard
it look
grow a
better
little
than
longer.
me. Both of you guys do. All right, this isn't my natural look. But yeah, again, I think again, I could see the silver lining. I think this year was kind of just a year where they said, you know what, we're going to, throw the pasta against the wall the way my mom would to see if it's done. And if it sticks, it sticks. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And, it's not sticking this year. And it helps out because we're going to get, 2 picks in the top 8, top 7, possibly. And again, with JD's last draft, and again, Jake had said Becton's a bust. I hear a lot of guys saying that. Even if we kick Becton inside the guard, we got him at 11. We got AVT at what, 15, 16?
Guard.
You get a Hall of Fame
God.
guard at 11 and another one at 15, 16. Even if he can't pan a tackle, that's not a bust whatsoever.
Bro, oh my God! As a guard, bro, he would be, bro. Listen, this is the point with him, and people have
He
to
just got to stay
prepare
healthy.
themselves for this.
Period.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it with him, bro. Listen, I mean, I just think that the kid has a ways to go, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a really big guy. He's athletic. I think he struggles with fast pass rushers, and he falls for the quick move. I think once he learns body control, and so he could be the next Trent Williams. Listen, we don't need him to be a superstar. We need him to be on the field and be solid.
Exactly.
If you can give us that, we'll be fine. But it's fixing the other side as well. It's fixing the center position as well. But listen, what I want to ask you was this, man. How do you feel about Zach coming back this Sunday? And what do you expect to see him? You know what I'm saying? What do you expect from our quarterback?
Well, my expectation, guys, is like I told you and I've said on stream when he got injured, it's the best thing that could have happened to him. We were never going to sit him. I didn't need Chris Mortensen to jump on ESPN to tell me that his fundamentals were falling apart because my eyes were telling me that. Guy had happy feet like Sam Darnold when he was seeing ghosts. He wasn't confident in the play calling because LaFleur is obviously better in the booth than he is on the field. So that wasn't helping him at all. And then the receivers weren't helping him either with the drops and some of the mishaps that were going on. Corey Davis slipping every 6 or 7 plays. It was terrible. I think what we're going to see from Zach Wilson is a guy that's more calm in the pocket, a guy that's going to be more deliberate with his passes, and that's probably going to take more of what the defense is giving him instead of trying to play hero ball every single snap.
Yep.
And really, that's what we need him to do. The fact that he has hero ball ability will matter when the time calls for it. But we just need a guy to deliver the ball. Take that 5 yards, get it to a guy who can get maybe another 7 or 8 yards like Moore. Michael Carter is swing pass out of the backfield, get 5, 6, whatever it is, and just take what they give you. And I guarantee that's what we will see from him. And I'm confident that he's the guy of the future. People were down on Zach Wilson, and I've never been down on Zach Wilson, ever. You just can't teach some of the things the kid has, that quick twitch throwing ability, flick of the wrist and get it 65 yards down the field. The kid has the it factor. It's about getting everything else put together. And I think slowly but surely we're going to get that stuff right with the talent that we'll bring in for the players to play with him, as well as the coaching staff, like adding Becht and just bringing the right guys around him to really nurture that. I mean, you guys expect, I'm sure, the same thing that I'm expecting, right? That he's gonna play well.
That's my hope. I think the first quarter might be a little rust. He's been out for about 4 weeks or so. But yeah, I mean, I think you made great points there. He's had an opportunity to watch 3 different quarterbacks run this offense pretty efficiently and smart, protecting the football, just playing smart football. Mike White, he had the one bad game, but other than that, Josh Johnson balled out in his time out there. Mike White, the 400-yard game, and then even Flacco. I mean, he moved the ball. I mean, that's he didn't put up points, but he moved the ball 290 yards. We were in Dolphin territory a number of times. We didn't score, but we watched the offense move. And like you keep saying, he's got things that we can't teach. If he could just get the little things right and play smart, sky would be the limit for him.
Hey, and you know something else that no one's really been touching on too? The one thing about it is, man, and I don't understand why they won't really harping on this. You know, he has a quick twitch and he gets the ball in his hands quick, right? If he takes the quick passes, bro, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yak.
The offensive line will be so much easier for him, bro. And listen, those other plays will open up, but the way he throws the football, man, just get the ball at your hands, let your playmaker get your ball in your playmaker's hands, let them do what they do. Like Aaron Rodgers gave him the best advice in the world. Like, look, man, play boring football for 3 quarters, make 3 or 4 great passes a game, and you'll be a star. Yo, listen, that's the truth.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? That's
Yep.
exactly what it is. I mean, you have the
Yeah.
players that can go get the ball. So, and don't force the football. Whatever's there. Take the 5 yards, man. Keep the chains moving, man. If that kid learns that right there, man, and then we start adding more weapons around him and a better offensive line, bro. Yo, listen, we're gonna turn this shit around really, really fast. Real talk.
Absolutely.
Trav,
again,
great
I
call,
think-
man. Good talk. Yeah, go ahead. Finish up.
Well, no, really quick. I just
Yeah,
think, just to chime in what Tyrone was saying, he just has to understand not everything needs to be a Sports Center top 10 play. He just needs to
Absolutely.
understand that. And if you guys give me 2 seconds, I'm going to really go get
Yeah,
my dog
go ahead.
Lucky to just show you guys
Go-
really
go-
quick.
Go get
Yeah,
some stuff. Go get
absolutely.
some stuff real quick.
Absolutely.
He's
Yeah.
about to take over the stream.
Yeah, we dog friendly
on.
right here, baby.
Hold on.
Chat real quick.
Come here, Lucky. People want to see what's going on. Come on. Come here, buddy. He's a little bit on the older side, but you can't tell by looking at him. Say, what's up, Lucky? Hey, buddy.
What's up, Lucky?
What's up,
Hey,
superstar?
man.
Yeah.
be our
Yeah,
mascot.
buddy.
Good Jet
All
Show.
right, guys. I'm going to catch you
All right,
later.
bro,
I
be
got to get him
blessed,
back
man.
Good
outside.
talking, man.
Yo, happy holidays, brother. Be safe, man.
Yeah, happy
enjoy
holidays,
your
man. Have a good
Thanksgiving.
night.
See you
You
guys.
know it, brother.
All right, be good, man.
Yeah, great
All right,
call,
just going to the
Trav,
chat
man.
really quick. Yeah, so and Tyson and I talked about this last night. Nobody on the show, myself, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, Tyrone, but we're not looking to be negative. Nobody wants to be negative. Nobody enjoys coming on this show and ranting the way we do. But we're going to call shit as we see it. And, you know, for a team that, yes, they were rebuilding and there were plenty of new parts, there was still a lot of shit that you can't excuse. Getting blown out, giving up 50 point or 44 points a game over a 4-game stretch. You know, some of the answers that Saleh gave, you know, I'm not going to defend that shit. But yeah, this Sunday, I'm going into it with a clear mind, you know, and a little bit of optimism. We're getting our quarterback back. We showed a little progress last week. The defense showed up to play. Saleh showed a little bit of energy. So I'm not going to go into this Sunday feeling negative. But if they play like shit, I mean, I'll rant after the game. But for right now, I'm good.
It's not negative. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't know where that negative shit comes from. Listen, man, we diehard Jet fans. So it's not negative, man. But yo, if we see shit, we're gonna say shit. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we expect more? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we expect our field goal kicker to make a fucking field goal? Why can't we expect our defense to go out there and not give up 50 points? Why can't we expect the offensive line to block? Why can't we watch our backup quarterback be productive? We watch every other team in the league do this. Why can't, is it too bad that we expect that? It's crazy. Nah, we love this team, bro. I mean, I love this team with all my heart, bro. I give them all I got. You know what I mean? Just give me the same in return. That's all.
All right, so we're being too hard on Saleh still, and again, like we said after the game, that was progress. Those types of losses that we saw on Sunday, those are the kinds that you can accept, where the defense actually showed up to play. They made some adjustments throughout the game. Like that's what we signed up for this year. Competitive football, being in games in the fourth quarter, and actually showing a little bit of fight, showing that it means something to you after the game. Not just say, oh, we're closed fans, you guys should buy in, like all that shit. No, like tell it how it really is.
Yeah,
don't be afraid to call out players if they're playing like shit. Set the bar high. If we're trying to rebuild the culture here, excusing the same shit that we've seen for the last 10 years, I don't know how that exactly changes anything. I understand patience and giving guys a chance to grow, but you got to set that bar a little higher. I think that's just me.
Bro, the proper time you hit it right. You hit the nail on the head, bro. Listen, nothing gets changed by the same environment, bro. Listen, and it's just what it is, man.
Guys are just too comfortable. They're way too comfortable.
We've been losing for 10 years. I mean, you understand that? So sometimes, man, you build a losing culture. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's talking about, we have all this money in free agency and all this good stuff, bro. Listen, nobody's coming here, bro, to a losing culture. Nobody wants to lose. Some of these guys, just want to check, but most of these guys are competitive guys. They want to win. They want to come into an environment that you see growth or you see something happening. And I think that we got players this offseason because they thought Saleh was going to come in and change things around. I think he will over time. But at the same time, you have have to hold guys accountable. You have to hold guys accountable when they make bad plays or bad penalties or missed tackles or bad angles or guys, you know what I'm saying, giving up, you know what I'm saying, almost 500 264 yards on the ground and rushing, bro. That's a lot
Yeah,
to give up from a defensive line that's 70% of our fucking cap space. That's crazy.
yeah, and this is a great point from Lauren too. I mean, I do believe that we are just as patient, if not more patient, than any other fan base. Like we haven't gone anywhere.
Absolutely.
We've still watched every
Absolutely.
Sunday. I'm still
Yep.
stupid season ticket holder.
Yep.
Like I'm still going out to games and shit. Aside from these last 2 weeks when I've had some stuff going
Oh,
on, I'm still going out there. I'm still supporting the team.
yep.
But
Definitely.
there's no right way to be a fan. It seems like every year around November, December, we have the same conversation, whether it's about tanking and focusing on the draft, focusing on next
Bruh.
year. Suddenly, all these tweets come out where you're a bad fan if you're rooting for losses. You're a bad fan if you're not giving Saleh and Joe Douglas the benefit of the doubt on everything. And I don't see it that way.
Nah,
I hold these
because I
guys
mean,
accountable.
at
I
the
used
end
to
of
see it that way with McCagnon, and I can't do that anymore.
at the end of the day, man, it gets really hard, man, when
Yep.
we're in November, about to go into December, and we're talking about the draft already. Like, bro, listen, I know no BS prime time. Before I got on here, bro, I was on my phone doing a mock draft, bro, simulation, bro. No straight bullshit. What I was doing. So you
Yeah.
understand where we at right now, and I hate that. But listen, man, I mean, the Rex 2 AFC Championship games ago, that was almost 11 years ago. That was a long time ago, man. So I want to get back to that feeling. That's it. No problem. That's what I want.
Yep.
I
That's
want
what
to
we
see
all
good
want, man.
football. Yep, that's it.
That's all we all want, man. All right, going back to the calls, we got John up next.
Hey,
John,
what's up,
what's up,
guys?
man?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Yo,
Hanging in there, man.
Yeah, I
what's
just
going
came
on,
from
bro?
the poker tables. I had a good session. So
There you
yeah,
go.
if you ever want to come up to like Springfield, there's also the Basketball Hall of Fame. If you want to make it like a weekend, like and go party in the evening, and go see the Hall of Fame and a couple other things over here.
Okay, okay.
Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice. I
I
haven't been
didn't know
out that
that.
way.
It's kind of a town. It's like 15 minutes from like the borderline between New York fans and Boston fans, which is Hartford, Connecticut. So you still see, I've seen Jet fans, I've seen Giant fans, I've seen Pats fans, I've seen Yankee fans, all across the spectrum. So
You know something, John? I hate
yeah,
Springfield, Massachusetts.
you-
I hate that place.
Why is
That place
that?
broke. That place broke my heart. My father was killed in Springfield, Massachusetts.
oh
I hate that
shit,
place.
Damn,
I'm
man.
so sorry.
Nah, it's all nice,
Damn,
bro.
man.
I
Listen,
didn't know
that
that. I
was
really didn't
nah,
know.
nah, bro. That was a long time ago, bro. Trust me.
Plus,
I
bro, it's
just,
so good to finally meet you and talk to you, man.
oh, nah, bro, you good, bro. Yo, everything you've been
Yeah.
Tyrone's been
doing, bro.
stepping up
You
lately.
want it? Yo, exactly.
Yeah,
You've been
He
on it.
even
doing
did his own
great.
video on YouTube. I was like, holy shit.
But listen,
Yeah, I do it.
I've been getting the same shit you guys have from the so-called flowers and rainbows Jets fans, like, oh, you're terrible. Go root for Miami if you're gonna predict a loss. It's
I
like
hate
I
that.
mean, it's the truth. What are you
it,
supposed to do,
it
John?
is
What are you
it is
supposed
the
to do, yo?
truth. I'm a realist,
Yo,
I'm a
and your
total
content be
realist.
real.
Look,
Everything
I
you do,
do have
your
more
content is
hope.
real.
I do have more hope after seeing, the performance from the young guys. I think if Zach Wilson pans out, we could have like our own version of the triplets, like what Dallas had back in, in the early 90s with Irvin, Aikman, and Smith. So,
See,
um,
I think this is a great point right here that, yes, it does depend on the type of negativity. There are some ignorant Jet fans out there that, after 10 games are already screaming to, fire
Oh
Coach
yeah, fire
Saleh,
Douglas,
that
fire Douglas.
want to tear everything down already.
yeah,
No, that's not
Yo,
what we're saying.
absolutely.
But
yeah,
we're gonna acknowledge the moves that they made and say, all right, this looks good right now. This looks bad. I mean,
Yo,
yeah.
let me ask you guys a
it's
question.
black
Let
and
me
white.
ask you guys a real question. You
Yeah.
watched the Miami game, correct? Everybody
Of
watched the Miami
course.
game.
I was at MGM watching all the
Yo,
games.
listen, Miami was a very beatable team, right?
Yeah.
They,
Hmm.
listen,
Oh, that game was so winnable.
they're
Yep.
exactly. And Miami has way more money invested in their players. But listen, that was a winnable game.
Yes, it
That's
was.
listen, I love the way they performed, but the
Flacco did a
got
little
blown
bit
out.
better than I expected. He
Yeah,
actually was okay. He was serviceable. You know. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but going back to the fans, it's like, look, I'm willing. I will totally listen to you if you come at me with like knowledge and in something with an intelligent point instead of, oh, you're fucking terrible. You're not a real fan.
Yeah, go
I've been
vote
a
for another
fan.
team.
Yeah,
That's
I've
when I
been
can't
a
stand.
fan since 1980 fucking 6. My first memories as a Jets fan was the shootout between O'Brien and Marino. So that was my first experience, growing up in a Giant household. I'm still a Giants fan still, but I'm also a big Jets fan too. But
Real quick, I just want to address Adrian right here. Yes, I was for pretty much all my life up until about 2 years ago when Gase got here. I was the typical green goggles pom pom Jet fan. I supported everything they did.
Yes, you were, bro. Yes, you were.
I know. Yeah, I know
Yes,
you
you
knew
were,
that. Yes,
bro. Yes,
I
you
was,
were,
and
bro.
I acknowledge it.
Every
I admit it,
fucking week.
and I was fucking wrong. Okay, I gave them the benefit of the doubt on every single move that they made. I hated when they got negative press, but they deserved it. They deserved it. And what they want is for fans like me, like I used to be, to excuse everything they do and just keep buying your tickets, shut up, and show up on Sunday and give
yeah,
us more
that's
of your
why
money. Like that's what they want. And for me as a season ticket holder who experienced everything in Giant Stadium, where it was 80,000 every single Sunday, you knew everybody in your section, you had a legitimate home field advantage, you had Jet fans packing that building, and you tear the whole fucking thing down, you build a new stadium, you force all the diehard fans out, you price them out. And now we have a shitty home field advantage. We haven't even seen a playoff game in this new stadium. We haven't had a home playoff game in 20 years. I think everybody has their breaking point. And I reached mine when we brought in Adam Gase. We knew he wasn't the answer after year one, and they decided to bring him back. And now it's 10 years of kind of, pushing all these rebuilds on us. And I'm going to be patient, but I want to see some results before I start to buy in. That's where I'm at.
Exactly. That's how I feel too. And it's like nobody wants to shit on their team. Nobody wants to be negative. But the thing is, you have to call it as you see it. At least if you're a sunshine and rainbows fan, cool. Just just state your point intelligently instead of, you're awful and all of that. But I'll just explain one more point, and you can let me go. I did mention in the comment yesterday about Salah's body language. If you look at I really studied it, and I'm pretty good at reading people. He looked very nervous and fidgety, and the eyes were going all over the place. That's what I think that he's got a script from Woody, to keep this image. And sorry, I'm rambling a little bit, but
No, but I think you have a valid point there where like Tyson and I, we were talking about it last week. It seemed like in a lot of these press conferences, he wasn't being himself. He wasn't being genuine. The person that we all thought he was going to be, that Niner fans sold us on, that NFL insiders sold us on, we weren't seeing that guy through 9 games for whatever reason.
I hope he's learned his lesson. I definitely think JD deserves another year because like the picks look like they're turning out. Of course, Zach Wilson is the linchpin of the entire draft, but Michael Carter really reminds me a lot of Alvin Kamara.
Great comment, Rob. Well done. Well played. Well played.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Well played.
Oh my God! You mind if I repost? You mind if I repost this on my channel?
Absolutely, man.
Of course, and I'll of course give you a link back to your show as always.
That's more than Panda ever did for us. He started his own show. He's gone MIA since.
I promote you guys everywhere, man. I've gone in the chat rooms and everything.
Man,
appreciate that. Have a good night. Have a happy Thanksgiving. You and your family.
Absolutely. Have a great holiday, guys.
Appreciate that, man.
All right, bye.
All right, moving right along. I'll post the link one more time. Link is posted. All right, and we will now go to Nick. Nick, what's going on, man?
Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Yep,
you're good.
Nick?
I don't know why my screen has unmuted. Oh, well.
We can hear you.
Yeah, so I have very mixed emotions on this game because I'm pissed off that we lost, but at the same time, there were a lot of positives. Because, like, dude, I just hate the fact that once again we're 2-8 and we're completely out of it by like early to mid-November. It's just very frustrating that once again, And yes, I understand that we're a rebuilding team and we didn't expect a lot this year, but like I was hoping maybe we would play some meaningful games in December for the first time in 10 years.
That's what we've all
And
been waiting
once
for. Right?
again-
Well, I guess since 2015 we had that 1 year, and then that
Yep,
was it.
Oh,
Brandon
yeah.
Marshall and Decker, yeah. And
My
Fitz
God.
Magic, baby. Yeah. I've
never seen like a team go from that to just complete garbage in such a quick amount of time. It was ridiculous.
That team completely fell apart. You had Marshall and Sheldon
Yeah.
Richardson going at it, offense, defense. It was just a mess.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, Nick. Let me explain something, Nick. I want to break something down to you, bro. Listen, this is the problem. When you put band-aids on problems instead of fixing them, nothing gets fixed that way. And we've
Yeah.
done that for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
You can't put
when
band-aids
Rex-
on things.
yeah, when Rex came here, man, Rex inherited a really good team, a really good defense team. That was Mancini's teams, but Rex took over, and he made that good run. Then after that, man, the lack of talent, the lack of players that you need, you know what I'm saying, just became a problem, and that's been an ongoing problem. So, listen, I'm not expecting them to fix everything in one off season or 2 off seasons, but it's been 10. So what I'm saying, it's been 10. So now it's time to start seeing some progression. Now I'm not gonna anoint the draft class that we did this year right here. I like what I see so far. I really have. I can't hold you. These young
From this
guys
draft
have
class,
been-
I mean.
Yeah. Exactly. This last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore, AVT, Carter brothers. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's been, man. So I'm definitely with that. But let me ask you a question, man. So how do you feel about Zach coming back this weekend, and what are you expecting, man?
Well, I really hope his connections with the wide receivers haven't changed. Like, I really hope that Elijah Moore didn't just have breakout games because Joe Flacco was playing well and Mike White was playing well, because it's very strange because Wilson and Elijah Moore, they were the story of training camp. Like Wilson to Moore every fucking day in practice. And then when Zach started against the Panthers and the Broncos and like the Patriots, it was just not there. It was non-existent. And I don't know what the hell happened there. So my huge thing is I really want to see a Wilson to Moore connection a lot. And maybe even a Wilson to Mims connection if you could catch the fucking football for once, It's,
how about Corey Davis earning that contract too? I mean, those guys had a nice connection in preseason.
But let's not force it.
Dude,
but let's not force it to Corey Davis, because I think a lot of passes we're trying to force to Corey Davis. But listen, hold on. I'm gonna say one more thing. Listen, you don't think that our offense coordinator has been calling better games down here lately? Like, he's been calling a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So
dude, lock him in the booth.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely.
Lock LaFleur in the booth and don't give Zach Wilson the key. Like, swallow the key, okay? Because I don't need Zach Wilson to be telling, no, I want Michael LaFleur down here. I like talking to fuck that.
He's got John Beck now. He doesn't need him down there.
Yeah, he got Beck now.
Oh, yeah, we got John Beck. I forgot we got John Beck. Yeah, so LaFleur needs to stay up there. I don't give a fuck what Zach says. Shut your mouth, dude. It's just very, just please don't let him have that much power to say that. I really hope that's not the case, because he needs to stay in the freaking booth.
But I got a question about Beck, though. I'm sorry. I pardon your wisdom, man. I have a question about Beck. Like,
he was Zach's quarterback coach in, like, BYU, I think.
Yeah, listen, what I'm saying is this, though. Is he going to make that much difference? Like, listen, he's a quarterback coach, right? This is, but does he have understanding of the game and the offense to be able to help him? He's more mechanical, correct? Well,
you know what I'm saying? Weren't the reports this week? I don't know where the reports came from. I forget already. But weren't the reports this week that the Jets were concerned that Wilson mechanically was starting to? I think the quote was like fall apart. I don't know where the quote came from. Somebody.
Yeah, that was a weird report. I don't know how true that was.
So maybe that's why Beck is here, more for just the mechanics and stuff, and just being a calming influence, a calming voice in his ear.
Okay, that's something. Because I was wondering, someone asked me, and I was like, man, listen, I mean, he's not going to be able to help him as much during the game.
Not that much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, Zach, okay, you're off, he might be looking at his body, you know what I'm saying? This is what you did here, this is what you did here, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But as for the game and what he sees on the field, man, I don't see how he can help with that. So, but go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, not to get completely off topic here, but one thing that just struck my mind is, dude, I'm so tired of the Jets, like, Twitter account and Instagram account, like, being so nice to divisional rivals.
Yeah, respect. Everything's respect.
Dude, it's so weird. Like, after the game, they're tweeting. After the game, they're tweeting like Elijah Moore and Xavier Howard, like shaking hands, like, oh, respect, bro, respect. It's bigger than football. Like, what the fuck, dude? We hate the Dolphins. We hate the Patriots. We hate the Bills. Stop.
Yes.
What is this, like 3 Village Soccer League or Little League? It's just It's
I feel you,
ridiculous.
bro.
I'm so tired of this, like,
Yeah.
respect after the game to the New England Patriots who just made fun of you on Twitter like 3 weeks ago. It's just I don't understand. I don't know how you guys feel, but it just bothers me that there's
Nah,
not really any divisional hate
preach,
anymore, like from the Jets.
preach. Yo,
It's just very weird
preach,
to
bro.
me.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yo, preach, bro.
I don't like it, but at the same time, I know that the person that's putting that out, it's a social media intern or PR guy, or I mean, whoever it
Yeah.
is. It's not somebody that's actually involved with the team, with the players and stuff like that. When I hear Coach
Yeah.
Saleh after games, giving all these excuses for things like
Oh,
that's
God.
that's where I have more of an issue. But like
Yeah.
whoever the social media guy is, I mean, whatever shit they put out there.
Yeah, and
there's a
speaking of
reason that they're doing
Saleh,
that.
yeah, and speaking of Saleh, dude, I understand that this is a rebuilding team, but this game management is horrible. It's terrible. Like the clock management, the decision to kick a field goal when you're down by multiple scores, it's just it's not what you want to see because Joe Douglas at the beginning of this year, he was like, we need to play good, sound, fundamental football, and we're really not. Like this.
The clock management stuff, I think will come in time. I think most
I
first year
hope.
coaches, that's something that they struggle with a little bit just because their head's spinning. They got a million different things going on. So you would think in time
Yeah.
that's something that he would be able to improve with. I would hope.
Yeah.
And timeouts, bro. Like, listen, wasting timeouts really hurts on the end of the game.
Yeah.
But those stops can help either, though. And also, let me say this
Yeah.
right here, bro. Like, listen. Absolutely, man. Listen, our field goal kicker, bro. Like, can we just
Get him out.
bro,
Get
I
him out.
mean, like,
The decision
how
at the end though
frustrating it
wasn't
is?
bad. You were down 2 scores. You needed to do the onside kick anyway.
yeah,
I
no,
had
no,
no
no,
decision
no,
with the
no.
field goal at the end.
Yeah, I know,
wasn't-
but like
I
at that
wasn't mad
point,
with that. But missing 2 field goals, bro. Missing 2.
Well, that's why
Like,
they brought in a kicker today.
yeah, but
change
like
the
my
whole game.
thing. My thing is, I would have gone for the touchdown and then got the onside kick and tried to kick a field goal because who knows how much time you would have had left.
But you take
Did-
points.
did-
though.
did you have
always
time
wanna
to do
take
that, though?
points, though.
There was
Yeah.
what, 23 seconds left? Do you have time to get the touchdown?
Yeah,
If you get tackled in
take
bounds,
points,
game's
though.
over.
Well, no, at the fourth quarter. Wait, no.
That was the last drive of the game. There was like under a minute left when
Yeah.
they kicked that field goal.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I would
absolutely.
still
Yeah,
would have gone for it because you were in the end zone, right? Well, not really in the end zone, but you were.
They were
Yeah,
getting
but-
close. I think they were around like the
but
20 or
yeah.
so. You can make the argument
Yeah,
maybe
but
he should have kicked the other one that was like 56. I don't know if he had
Yeah.
confidence in
Nah,
Amendola
but-
at
but
that
yeah,
point.
Nah,
Dude, go for it every time. I'm done with Amendola. I'm done with him.
I mean,
Well, they
He
might
can't
be
kick a
too.
pencil across the classroom, dude. It's so ridiculous. Every year we have the
I remember-
question, do we have a kicker? And this year we don't. Again.
I remember the beginning of the
So
year.
I don't
He
know
was
if we
one
got
of
to
our
draft
few
one.
bright
I don't know if we
spots.
got to sign one. Like, I don't know what you guys would do. Would you draft a kicker? Would you just sign a kicker
Bring
off of
bring back
waivers?
Nick Folk. Bring back Nick Folk. He's been the best kicker
Yeah.
we've had in the last like 15 years. Why not?
Yo, exactly.
I know he's like
yo,
40
yo,
something
money
already,
for,
but-
but yes, sir, baby, yes, sir.
He's a traitor,
Playoff
bro.
game.
He went to
Yo,
New
nah,
England.
man.
He's a
Nah,
traitor.
I don't look at
Yeah.
it that way.
I ain't-
Yeah.
Yeah, he found a place to
Like,
give him
he's
some
the
money,
only-
gave him a contract. That's what players do.
He's the only guy that I probably wouldn't be mad at if he came back, bro. Just because what he's done for us, man. So it is what it is.
Folk hero.
I want to
Need him
And
back.
again, I really hate to be negative here, but this is just what's on my mind.
Yeah, you're angry tonight, man.
Yeah, dude, I have no clue what it is. I didn't have any breakfast today, so maybe I'm pissed off.
That'll do it. You're angry.
After the game,
Thanks, man.
Hala, he was kind of like, "Oh, we're getting there, and we're building, and we're doing this and that." Apparently, like he told Rex Ryan all that stuff. And to me, that comment bothered me because it essentially was like, "Oh, we just threw this season in the dumpster before it even started." Like, dude, in my opinion, every year you should be trying to win. It doesn't matter if you're rebuilding. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of young players. I feel like every year you should be trying to win as many games as possible. And maybe that's why the players haven't been showing that much passion and emotion because they don't have to win and they understand the message of Saleh, like, dude, we're just rebuilding. We don't have to do anything.
For
It
the,
just
for the most
bothers me.
part, for the most part, after this Sunday, I thought his message was a little different. I thought that you could see he was just a little bit more angry, a little bit more pissed
Yeah.
off. Some of his answers were, a little bit shorter. The only thing I didn't like was when he mentioned about playing not to win. I'm like, I only coach
Yeah.
high school, but I've never once in my life coached a game not to win or not to lose. I'm sorry, not to lose. I've never coached
Yeah.
a game like that. I don't even know what that means. How do you coach a game not to lose? You coach
I
to win.
don't
That's it.
understand.
I mean,
There's
I
one thing,
guess
you win or you
not to-
lose. You coach to win. That's it.
I mean,
Herm
I
said
guess
it
not
best,
to
you play to win.
lose. I mean, I guess not to lose by a lot, maybe.
What kind of mentality is that, though? I'm like,
Yeah,
that
It's
was the one
very
thing.
strange.
That was the one thing he said on
If-
Sunday. That I was like, what?
yeah.
If I'm losing by 50, bro, we losing by like 40, 35, bro, I'm flipping a fucking
Yeah.
table over, bro. I promise you. I'm
Yeah.
breaking something in the fucking locker room because I'm going to be pissed. I hate to lose like that, bro. And that's the effort I'm talking about. It's effort. You know what I'm saying? No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. That was the quote. 90% of the games in this league are lost, not won. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's.
I guess that means
I,
that
I,
you
don't-
make
I
a
don't
lot of
see it that way,
mistakes.
but yeah, but you could also
I don't
credit
know,
the other
like you
team
make
for
mistakes
executing
and then you
correctly
lose
and
the game.
taking advantage of mistakes. I mean, one team goes out and wins, the other team goes out and lose. I don't know.
It's just
maybe
dude, I
I'm
don't
making it too
play
complicated. I
to
don't.
win the game.
you play to win the game. Hello,
Yes, sir. Yeah,
you don't play to just play it.
Yep.
bro.
Yeah. So one more point I wanted to make is the Jets better put up some points against this Texans defense, and they should. You know, this
Nah, but
Texans
listen, bro,
defense.
listen.
Yes, I understand. I understand that they beat the Titans last week, and it was a very impressive win. I'll give them that. But this defense is still not very good. It's not very good, and if the Jets lay an egg in Houston, it's very disappointing. Very disappointing.
Hey, Nick.
Because
Hey, Nick.
yeah,
Our defense ain't very good either, bro.
I understand that, but I'm saying we should put up points in this game. We should run the football effectively. We should get a lot of deep shots down the field. And I'm not saying Will should play hero ball. I'm just saying, like, the Jets need to put up points in this game because if they don't, there's going to be a media nightmare. And there shouldn't because at the end of the day, Zach Wilson's still a rookie, and these clowns like Rich Samini
His first
and
game back in 4 weeks. Even
Yeah.
I would give him the pass
But
this week. I mean, it's his first
Did you
game
see
back.
that Tennessee was down by like 20 points almost at one point? Yeah, they came back,
Yeah.
bro. So they were getting slaughtered, bro.
yeah,
Like that wasn't a close game, bro. So listen, man. I'm expecting our quarterback to play well. I hope he plays
Yeah,
well.
I
But
hope.
you know, to come out here and hope for a lot of points, bro. Let's hope our defense don't give up 50. If we give up 50 to the Texans, bro, I'm gonna blow that Monday show. I'm
Yes.
gonna blow a fucking gasket on the show, bro. I promise you, I'm breaking
So-
something live on the show.
Yeah, so is Tevin Coleman the starting running back or is Ty Johnson the starting running back?
I would think Ty
Probably
Johnson
Ty
has been the
Johnson.
primary
Ty
backup.
Johnson, definitely.
But
It would probably be
P.
Ty
Ryan-
Johnson. I just think he's a more
P.
physical
Ryan,
runner.
P. Ryan
Yeah.
has to come up, right? P. Ryan has to come up. Bro.
How does he not?
You have to be
Where the hell has he been, dude?
inactive. Inactive.
Nick, great call, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Good
holidays,
talking to
brother.
You too, guys. Thanks so much for having me. Have a good one.
All right, brother, be good.
Yep, you too. All right, so real quick. Yes, I know that Herm Edwards played not to lose, but I was just referencing the quote. Quote is still accurate. You play to win the game. It's the only
Yes,
way you
sir.
can play
Absolutely.
to win.
Only way, baby.
Otherwise, you're
It's the
playing to
only way.
lose. There's no such thing as playing not to lose. Never heard of that.
I don't even
All right, going
understand
back
this
to the
word.
calls, we got Kieran, who apparently has an issue with my fantasy lineup. So let's see if we can address this.
I'm putting up my best Afro impression. So
You're either very calm or very high right now. I'm not sure which.
Yo, I love that shirt, bro. Where'd you get that shirt from, baby?
I wonder,
That
man.
shirt-
I don't know.
Yo,
I
can
don't know.
get one of those, man? That's a
I
dope-ass
actually
shirt,
I put the order in like immediately when I saw the new ones. I really actually like those. Those shirts really look good. The new ones that you guys put
Appreciate
in.
it,
So
brother. Appreciate it, man.
I down with
Appreciate
that. I
that.
put my order in. I paid for that one. Did not win it. I paid for it. So you know, PT. Yeah, let's just do fantasy first before we talk about the Jets. All right.
Get
First of all,
into it. Let's go.
dude, you know, Cassie here is talking so much smack about you. The first thing is that
always talk.
whenever
I
you
I could save a kitten in a tree that's on fire, and she would complain that I didn't get it like fast enough. Like she would complain about anything I do. So go ahead.
you know, listen, last week was I understand it was a rough week and you know, for yourself and your family, and you know, my condolences and I get it. I get that. So last week, obviously, you know, you putting Mike White over Mahomes, I understand that. Fine. I can appreciate that just because you had some issues. I get it.
Well,
But
no.
then you take forever to change your lineup to still have Mike White, who you know is not starting, in the lineup until Friday.
What does it matter? Hold on. What does it matter how long it takes me to do? I did it before
Okay,
Sunday.
forget about that. You then
But
didn't even start
back-
Saquon Barkley last
even-
week.
Even going back the week before, though. Even going back the week before, I was 1-8. Mahomes was starting every week for me. What was he doing for my team? My guys weren't responding to him. They needed a new leader. So I
Give
tried
me a
Mike White.
fucking break. What are you fucking talking about? What is this bullshit?
playing.
Like a QB on KC affects how Saquon Barkley is going to do in the Giants. What are you talking about, dude?
Absolutely.
You are the worst fantasy player I've ever seen in my entire life.
My team was not responding to Pat Mahomes. That's
Dude,
what it was.
dude,
and look, I started him this week, and it cost me. I could have started almost any other quarterback this week.
Listen,
I started him.
You did
nothing.
not
He didn't do
start.
shit.
You did not start Elijah Moore, and thus you did not lose. You did not win. If you started
I lost
Elijah
because of
Moore,
Pat Mahomes.
which you
I
should
lost
have
because of
done,
Pat Mahomes.
which you should have done, if you started Elijah Moore, which you should have done, you would have
Over
beaten
who?
me. You would have beaten me, but
Over
you
who?
didn't.
Bench Thielen
over
bench Jamar
anybody.
Chase?
It didn't matter because
All
he
my
scored
receivers played
35
well.
points this week.
Yeah, but all my receivers played well. My quarterback played
Yeah,
like
but
shit.
Elijah Moore
That
had
was my problem.
35 points. You could have put anybody else. You take anybody else, you would have put him in. He would have won you the game. But you lost by
That's an
1
easy
point.
one to say after the game.
Dude,
Starting Joe Flacco at quarterback, I did not see Elijah Moore having that kind of game.
All I gotta say is I did not have Alvin Kamara. I did not have my 3 top running backs. I did not have, right? And I still beat you. Okay.
Damn.
I don't even know how this is. I didn't even have. I didn't even have Kyler Murray.
Points,
I didn't have Kyler Murray.
Points.
I didn't have my 3 top running backs.
And my kicker had negative points.
Yes, he did. But I still won. Somehow I beat you by 1 point. I don't even know how, but I did.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Enjoy
I'm
the
still.
game.
I'm jumping on next year, man. I'm busting all y'all ass right now. I'm just calling it right now. Next season, I'm jumping on fantasy football.
I'm coming back motivated next year.
I'm
coming back motivated next year.
Listen, dude.
Every week
He's about to get kicked out of the league for a lack of participation in the fantasy football league.
Fuck that. I'll start my own league. Right? Fuck that.
Oh shit. Yo, he get fired. He get fired his day off, huh?
Well, Jose, Cassie's been trying to like basically advocate for kicking him out of the league to Jose,
sure
and Jose's agreeing with this. And PT doesn't respond to any of the messages. I sent him 4 messages, and he didn't say anything to me. So
why am I the only guy getting shit for this? If I remember correctly, if I looked at Elias's lineup, he didn't have a receiver starting this week,
and I shitted on him too. So
and there was somebody
else
also that hasn't changed their lineup in like 3 weeks.
Sure, they get shitted on too. So that's why they don't deserve to be in the league.
1 week where I didn't pay attention to my lineup. 1 week.
You started Mike White over Pat Mahomes. That we needed some fireable offense.
We needed some leadership. We needed a new direction. We needed a new voice leading us.
That's not even dropping the ball, man.
Mahomes was not getting through to my guys. He wasn't getting through to them.
That's 5 interceptions in 1 game, bro. Well, yo,
all right.
Let's
move on.
Go back to the Jets.
Right,
listen, Tyson, I think his video just recently, I was expecting Tyson to be on, and I wanted to praise him for his video. He put a video out, and I appreciated it because, he wasn't being completely negative. He saw the positives. There are positives. You're right, PT. This game was, generally a positive game because you saw that they should have won this game. Our kicker missed 2 field goals, and they chose not to kick another one because they purposely wanted a punt, so they took a 5-yard penalty, right, as a delay of game. So the fact of the matter is there's an opportunity. They lost 9 points, basically, right? And then on top of that, Flacco got blindsided hit to score a touchdown, right? And they had that crazy interception right there. So ultimately they had the opportunity to win this game. This is a winnable game, and somehow they let up this 80-yard touchdown that Tua let up, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't even throwing the ball well. He just stepped up occasionally here and there,
And that's why, at least for me, I'm not that angry. Like, these were the kind of games, the kind of losses I think that we all signed up for and that we all expected this year. A young team that competed but didn't know how to close out games, didn't know how to take advantage of the situations that they were in. That's what we saw.
And so, I'm still cautiously optimistic. I've turned back from that pessimist optimist. I'm cautiously optimistic about what's going on, and I feel like Saleh is starting to become being allowed to do what he wants to do. I feel like he's been being held back by JD because, like, Jared Davis is a JD guy. I think they were trying to test him out and to make sure that he's not the guy. And like Quincy Williams, my God, he should have been starting the whole time because he's like shot out of the cannon all the time, dude. He's making great plays in the backfield. Mosley's being overworked. I mean, he's overpaid, but he's also being overworked. He's like the leading tackler on the team, and he's injured. He's injured. I have a feeling like he's going to retire after the season, or he's going to go to a team and he's just going to get underpaid. They're going to cut him something. You got to get rid of him because he's just like he's doing too much. And he doesn't deserve this crap, right? And then we don't have Marcus May. We don't have any safeties. Ashton Davis, only thing he can do is tackle. He can't cover for crap. With Michael Carter, awesome. We're missing some. Both Michael Carter's actually quite good. Yep. Bryce Hall, very good. Javon Guidry, getting burned, but I mean he's a young guy. We get it, all right. I mean generally the defense was good last week. Generally. All right. The week before and the Pats games, I mean, come on. Those are ridiculous shit, right? But generally, it was good, but we're playing Miami. So against Houston, we should actually have a pretty decent game. I think Houston just beat Tennessee because, for God's sakes, their best player is out. All right. Tannehill obviously must be injured somehow because AJ Brown wasn't catching anything, and I mean Adrian Peterson's your best running back. He's 37 years old. Come on. So Tennessee, Houston was ready for this game. This is their Super Bowl for the year. You know what I mean? So they were up for this game, and that's why Tennessee lost. If you look at every single game this week, the Saints got rocked by the Eagles. The Bills got smashed by the Colts. I mean, it tells you that Jonathan Taylor's a bad mamma jamma. I mean, seriously. But I have a feeling the Bills let off the gas because they're playing on Thursday. You know what I mean? They're playing the Saints on Thursday. I think that's the game. They don't want to be embarrassed on Thursday, so they let off the gas. And once the gas was let off, that's why they got blown out by the Colts. So
He's a grown man. No, Taylor's a grown ass man running the football, bro. He's a grown man.
Kieran, man, great call. Good talking to you.
Okay. All right, PT.
Have a
Get
good
on
night.
your fantasy football.
I'm on
and
it,
you know
man.
What? If you don't get another win, you owe me 3 shotguns. All right, that's how it should be.
3?
All right,
I'll do 2 if I don't get another win.
Call him from the bed, man.
I'll do 2.
Dude, he's 1-8, man. 1-9. What the hell is going on, you dude?
What 1
Come
in
on,
10? But
baby.
who's counting? Right?
Dude, you know what? I should be like Jake. You should pay me $200, and then I'll set your lineup for you.
Shit.
Yo,
Here, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, you too, bro. I'll see you guys soon. All right.
Yep.
Peace.
All right, be good, man. Yeah, Mike White over Patrick Mahomes prime time. Yeah, that's definitely.
Mahomes was starting every week for me, and I was still losing. Had to shake it up somehow.
Mike
Thought
White
Mike White was going to go off on Buffalo. No, not this week. Last week.
Oh, okay.
Last week against Buffalo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that was of course the game that Pat Mahomes threw for 400 with 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, listen, bro. That's
I would have won that week. And then this week, yeah, I start him. He doesn't do shit. Anyway, moving on. We have our good friend Chris. Yo, Chris, what's up, man?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
How you doing, bro?
Good. It's finally good to meet the co-host and the third amigo.
Good to talk to you, man.
What's
on your
How
mind?
you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. First off, I'm gonna be honest with the two of you, and as a Jets fan myself, I had to make the biggest sacrifice, but it's a message to how I want to see the team improve, because we all know we've been, like Tyrone said, we've been struggling for 10 years, I believe, a decade. So, and the sacrifice I made, I have not watched a single Jets game since we lost the AFC Championship to the Steelers, and that's a fact.
Wait, you haven't watched any Jet games since then?
Exactly. I had to make the sacrifice because it was a message to say I want to see improvement on this team. I want to see develop.
Damn, bro.
It's true. It's true. It's true, Tyrone.
But
wait.
Wait. Time out. After the Steeler game, that was like our high. Like,
yeah, that was our high.
Came back
so
next season
so you knew the following year it was just going to completely collapse, and that was it.
Yeah, because I mean, the way the team's been going downhill since then. I mean,
like I understand it now. It's been 10 years, but in 2009, 2010, 2011, like that's when I stuck my chest out. I was always wearing my Jet shit. Like we
it was
on top
hard.
Of the mountain then with Rex.
Listen, prime time. It was hard for me.
How do you bail then?
It was hard for me. It was.
At least we were playing in the playoffs. We had meaningful football to watch every single week.
Chris,
listen,
Chris, come
go
back
on.
home, man. Come back home, Chris. Listen, man. Listen. I understand your sacrifice, bro. I ain't that fucking good. I haven't missed a game. Like, listen, bro. 10 years, bro. Ain't no way I can do that shit, bro. Like,
it was hard.
Hey, Chris,
wait,
come home,
like,
Chris. We need you, baby.
But
You're the reason,
so
Chris. It's your
do
fault
you-
we're not winning.
No,
It's
but
your
here's the
fault,
thing.
Chris.
Here's
You stopped
do you watch
watching the
other
game.
football? Like,
And look, the prime time. Listen, he stopped watching the games. We ain't won shit since then. Man,
No, listen up. Listen up.
Chris,
I've been watching the highlights and I've been checking status of the games. Yes, I have been doing that.
But you ain't there, Chris. When you watching the game, the team be like, "Yo, Chris, watching."
Okay, if I have
up, Chris.
Listen, if I haven't been watching the game, how do I? Can you ask me this? I heard that Michael Carter got injured. I think it was an ankle injury, if I'm not mistaken. And if so, which one was it? Which Michael Carter?
The running back, Michael Carter.
Gotcha. Okay. And
Chris, listen, watch the game. Watch the game this Sunday, bro. I bet you we win. And listen, hey, chat, listen. If Chris watches the fucking game, we're gonna win Sunday. Watch what I tell you. What you gonna do,
Well,
Chris?
no.
All right.
Are you
All
coming,
right.
baby? Are you coming
No,
the fuck home?
I want to
We
get you back, and I
need
can't
baby.
believe I'm even saying this because I understand anybody that's pissed off with the Jets right now after 10 years. But for the rest of this year, probably not the time to jump back on. But this offseason, 2 hopefully top 5 picks. We got some money to spend. Next year, week 1, I hope you're watching, man.
Prime time,
Oh, shit.
you got yourself a deal.
All right,
Chris,
sounds good.
man.
Glad to have you back, man. Good
Chris.
talking
All
to you, dude.
right.
Chris.
All right. Oh,
Chris, man. When you come back,
all right.
man?
Real quick, guys, before you let me go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Outside of the Jets, I also do graphic novels myself. I've been I pretty much to keep me this from all those losses we had. I kept focused on what I do. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. But
All right,
it's good.
at least you did something productive with your time while you weren't watching the Jets.
Exactly.
That's the positive, man.
All right.
All right,
I'll
happy
talk to you guys-
Thanksgiving, man. Have a good night.
Bro.
Likewise,
Happy
my
holidays,
friend.
man.
Have a good one,
Have a
guys.
good
Shout
one.
out
All right, you
Tyson and
too.
Legend for me.
All right, I will.
Yo,
He's
that's the
lucky
reason we
that
haven't
Tyson
won.
wasn't on tonight.
Oh my God, bro! Listen, he's the reason
I
we're
was as
not
nice
winning,
as I
bro.
could be.
Yo, he's the
I,
reason we're
I
not
can
winning,
I
bro.
can
10
I
years.
can understand right now after 10 years, right? You've reached your breaking point. You need to tune it out. Team's 2-8. I can get it right now. After 2010, when we were just in the AFC Championship, that's when you jump off.
Prime time. Prime
Wow.
time. I've watched games that were unwatchable, and
We
I
all
watched
have.
the whole game.
I've watched every game. I
Prime
haven't missed
time.
a game.
I've watched games where I had tears in my eyes at the end of the. You know how many fucking remotes I done broke watching Jets games, bro? Like, yo, man. Chris is the reason why. Hey, listen, yo, y'all get him, man. He's the reason why we're not winning, man. It's Chris' fault. Definitely Chris' fault.
All right. Next up, we got Liam. Yo,
Hello,
Liam, what's
guys.
up, man?
How you guys
What's
doing?
going on, man? Yo, what's
Good,
up
man. How
with
are
the
you?
beard? I see you, big player. What's up,
Yeah,
man?
at work again.
You
How
ain't
you guys
doing no
doing?
work, bro. You just back to just chilling, bro. Like you just okay,
Dude, I
bro.
got so much shit done. I hustle so that I have these couple minutes to talk to you guys. See what I do for you guys?
There you go,
Man,
man.
love
We
you too,
appreciate
man.
that.
Yo, how you feel? How you feeling about? How you feeling, man? What are you thinking right now, bro? What do you think about Zach coming back to me, man? What are you thinking, bro?
Well, what do we do if Zach comes in? And like, I don't want to be the negative guy because I love Zach and I
Don't
trust him.
say it, Liam. Don't say it. Don't say it.
What if he starts like stinking it up though? What do we do?
Got to
What if
ride
we
it
see like
out.
another?
Gotcha.
Just write it out, like
I
like
think you
Got
have
what
to.
if
I
God
think you have
forbid
to.
we have like, yeah,
Got to.
but like
You have to, bro.
I guess so. I mean, at what point though, like, is there any chance that like we do pull the plug if we have to?
I mean, if he's
No.
having games like, the 4 interception game, like if he's having like multiple ones like that back to back, maybe you have to consider just like throwing Mike White or, Josh Johnson, Flacco, whoever's even available, throw one of them back in there like during the game. But then the following week, I think Wilson would still be starting. You got to figure out what he is going
Yeah,
into next year. I think the experience could help. He's already had 4 weeks to sit and watch, see if he can apply some of those things now.
If he
because I
doesn't
do
improve
think
in
it.
4 weeks, though, that's
I do
hard,
think
bro.
it's a fair concern. Though. I mean, like, I understand he's a rookie. I'm the patient Jets fan too. Like, I get it. But at some point, like, we've seen more bad than good from him. So far.
No,
And that's
I mean,
absolutely. And that's why I feel like you give him an 8-game sample now that he's been able to sit for a month and see what he could do. He's got all his weapons out there. Offensive line's
yeah.
been playing a little bit better. LaFleur's been calling a better game. See what he's got now.
yeah, I ain't
My
going
only
that far. I'm
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, I'm not going that far though, man. Listen, I still think, man. Listen, the kid's a rookie, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to give him the benefit of the doubt. The kid has a cannon for arm, can make all the throws. He just has to learn how to take the short passes, man. If he does that, man, I think he'll be successful. What you saying, bro?
I was just saying that like my biggest concern is him like stunting the offense a little. Like you don't want to see Elijah Moore starting to drop off a little bit. You don't want to see
I agree.
the good play calls that we have that maybe LaFleur can't call because he doesn't trust Wilson at this moment. Which like I said, it's completely fair, but
I just think at this point, because we're 2-8, we're not really playing for much this season other than to, find what we have going forward, find those building blocks and develop these players. Even if he's stinking it up, you hope that he's at least mentally tough enough to bounce back from it, learn from it, and just show growth the rest of the way. Even if he's not playing great, the experience should be able to help him going into next year, you would think.
yeah, I got that. I hope so.
We hope so too.
It's another story if you're destroying his confidence, though. that's the one thing I think they have to be cognizant. If he's having those 4
Man,
interception games,
yo,
or you gotta be a little cautious there.
Yeah, the more he plays, the better he should get, bro. That's just what it is. He's been sitting for a whole month, man. I'm not. Listen, I'm not coming out here expecting him to just, throw for 400 or 500 yards. I'm looking for the kid to be solid and productive, man. Like I said, Houston's not. Listen, everyone knows Houston's a bad football team. Listen, bro, they just beat Tennessee, bro. Tennessee's a pretty good football team. It just beat Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? And convincingly. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, the game got close towards the end, but they were winning that whole game, man. So let's not be surprised if they come out. He struggles a little bit, but let's see how he bounces back. I actually want to see him come out and take the short passes, set up some easy throws for the kid, get the kid acclimated. Then if the shot's down there, take the big shot. You know what I mean? It's feeling all right, huh?
Your audio is kind of going out a little bit. I can barely hear you. Very, very little. I can barely hear.
How about now? Is it a little bit better?
Now you're good. Now you're good.
Yeah, way better. Yeah.
I don't know. That was weird. Like I was saying though, I agree with you guys. It's just my biggest concern is like the offense is finally starting to do like a little bit well. You just don't want to see him struggling in this offense, and then like the offense starts going backwards again because like the defense, we did pride ourselves on like bend but don't break, but like we're just completely broken at this point. Like
Yeah.
that was like my biggest concern. But another thing like I wanted to talk about like real quick is like you guys were talking about like how the Jets social media team is always like respect like after like getting destroyed by like, the Patriots and everything. Especially with divisional games, I feel like they don't understand the rivalry. Like even like some of the players like don't get like how bad that rivalry was 10 years ago because we've been so bad that like every game is just like a bad loss. Like there's nothing. Getting spanked by the Patriots 10 years ago was a big deal. Remember that Monday night game with Rex Ryan? It was like 45-3 or something like
We
that.
buried football.
That
We
was
buried
a
football.
big deal.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
That's
the problem, though. I don't think any of these teams look at the Jets as a rival right now. Like as fans, we have, if you're going back to the 90s, like the Dolphins were the big rivalry, more so the last 20 years, the Patriots. But, those teams don't look at the Jets as being a rival because we're never good.
We're not a threat. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what Bart Scott said, can't stop a nosebleed. Thank you, Keyshawn. Can't wait, baby. Shit, that was, bro, listen, that right there, bro, that was like, that was my ringtone for a minute, bro. Can't wait, baby. Oh, the beat that
so long ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, exactly.
It just feels like even like a lot of the players like don't understand like how bad this rivalry was, 10, 15 years ago. With all the teams, like with the Bills, even like when like Rex went to the Bills, like we wanted to kill the Bills.
Yep.
And now it's just like we're just accepting losses and then be like, oh, you guys are just so good. Even Salah, like it was so cool to watch, just kill us. Like it's just I don't understand. Like when did we get so soft?
Yeah, I hated that comment, bro. Like that really. And you know what's crazy? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, just me personally. I love watching the kick Buffalo ass this weekend, bro. I enjoyed that shit. I really did. Yeah. How they ran the scoreboard. I was on the sideline dancing, having the ball. Did you have a ball last weekend when the coach was busting your ass wide open? Fuck out of here, man.
Problem is, it's a lose-lose. If the Bills are losing, the Patriots are going to win the division. So I'm still in that camp. I'd rather see Buffalo than New England. That's just me.
You know what, bro? Listen. If I had to choose Buffalo or the Patriots, bro, I'll be a Bills fan. Fuck that shit. I get a Bills.
Buffalo fans don't bother me at all because they're pretty much just like us. They had what was it, like 19, 20 years where they didn't make the playoffs either. So
30 years, bro. Nah, they ain't never had a Super Bowl either, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. 4 straight
how
too.
I feel. Yeah. So
that would probably actually, you know what? Going back to Chris's call just before, if the Jets ever went to 4 straight and lost all 4, that might be my breaking point. I might be out after that.
No, hey, listen,
I don't know if I'd be able to recover from that.
Bro, listen, if we lost 4 straight Super Bowls, I don't even give a fuck, bro. I'd be happy.
You guys know what Bill stands for? Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. That's what Bill stands for.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Liam, man, good call, dude. Nice talking to you.
Hey, bro, happy holidays, man. Yo,
happy
do some kind of work. Do some kind of work tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look busy. Don't even get to work. Just look busy, all right?
No, he was hustling before this. He made some time for us.
Yeah,
I have a broom upside down. I'm hitting the broomstick on the ground.
Have a good one, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
Happy holidays.
Have a good night.
Man.
You too, man. Be good. All right, moving right along. Next up, we got our good friend Vinny. Yo, Vin.
Good evening, gentlemen. What's going on?
What's up, man?
What's going on, Vin?
What happened with the Yankees right now? Clint Frazier and who else did they release? They released like 3 guys today. I'm like,
I don't want to even go there.
Mets could use some help. We're losing players left and right too. Syndergaard and Aaron Loop. Jose's getting
You know
all
what
the
I was
players.
I was gonna ask you. Great call by Liam, by the way. That was awesome. But 2 callers ago, did Chris really say he didn't watch a single Jets game since we lost
10
the
years.
AFC title game?
10 years.
Oh
bro.
my
10
God!
years, bro.
When I was listening to
I
him
don't know
talk
how.
about. I mean, I'm the traditional, pissed off Jets fan. When Week 17 rolls around, we're playing a meaningless game. We're getting embarrassed. I say it too. It's like, oh, fuck this team. I'm not watching them anymore. But then, for whatever strange reason in my head, next September I wear the green shirt again. But to never watch another game, that dude is so full of shit.
Especially after back-to-back championship games.
Hey,
I'm
Dude,
like, I can get it after the recent decade, but man, like,
I couldn't stop talking about
times
the
forbid
Jets
10
after
years ago.
2009. Oh my
10
God.
years. Listen, man, let me tell you this real quick, bro. Listen, I remember when we went to we lost to Pittsburgh, right? So my son's mother's called me. She's like, Poppy hasn't been to school in like a week. I was like, yo, we in mourning, bro. Me and my son sat in the house for a whole week, ate ice cream and pizza, bro. I ain't sent him to school, bro. That's how bad it was for me, bro. That's how hurt I was. You understand the
Dude,
pain
Rex
in
was
that,
talking.
bro?
Rex was talking up that guarantee so much, I was believing it myself.
Yeah,
and I was
bro.
telling all my coworkers at the time, this is our time. We're going to win this game. Then we lose the game. And then the rest of the week when I went to my job at that time, I couldn't talk in the same voice.
Hey, listen, when we beat the Patriots, bro, I had a house full of Patriots people, bro. I was in there screaming. I was just going crazy. Listen, I can't, bro. I'm telling you, I was nuts, bro. And just to lose,
No.
man, I was just like, I used to be so bad, man. That's how bad Jeff fan I used to be, bro. If we lost, I wouldn't have answered my phone for like 3 or 4 days. I'm not watching
What a
sports.
time.
Anytime we lose now, I don't watch
those days.
sports, bro. I don't want to lose, bro. I'm telling you.
So-
Zan, I'll have you on next. I don't see you in the chat unless you're under a different name, but I'll get you on next. I don't see you in there. But yeah, video.
So
what are your thoughts, real quick, on Wilson coming back and what we saw this past Sunday?
Well, I don't even discuss that disaster we saw. No offense, but as far I called in for this talk about Wilson starting on Sunday. Honestly, if he's starting and they're telling us he's healthy enough to play, I don't want to have him trot out there, do the traditional 3 and out and see run, pass, or dink and dunk, because that's just gonna piss me off and set me off. If he's truly 100%, knowing you're playing the Texans of all people, they need to open it up.
What happened?
What
You
happened,
just
man?
about to make a good point. Oh man,
Is he gone?
Well,
Can you get back on?
I don't see him in the chat. I'll give him like a second to hop back on. All right, there he is.
It's the second time
Yeah.
that's happened to me coming on here. I
Swear it wasn't me,
apologize.
man. It wasn't
No,
me.
so I was saying they gotta let him showcase his abilities in this game to just show, legitimize for us why he was the number 2 overall pick. Like I said, no dink and dunk, no run pass. You have to understand, at the beginning of the year, we were all convinced that the Houston Texans were going to be the worst team in the league this year when Watson wasn't going to play, and they hired Culley. That was just he's a lame duck coach at this point. So as far as what the Texans did last week, it's like you said, Tyrone, that was their Super Bowl. That is not going to happen in back-to-back weeks. I highly doubt that. So take advantage of the situation and go for it. You got to show not just the fans, but the rest of the league, potential free agents, why they would want to come play for the New York Jets. So we don't have to go down this road and then have to pay, the Jets tax, as we call it. It's embarrassing.
But let me say something real quick, Vinny. The one thing, I think everybody's overlooking is this right here. Yeah, Houston hasn't played great all season long, but they fought in every single game more than we have. You know what I'm saying? Listen, our defense hasn't fought every single game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I agree. I agree.
So that's something. Listen, man. So keep this in perspective, man. Listen, I think that our OC is calling way better games. So I hope he doesn't try to change up in that aspect and attack the way he's been attacking. You know what I'm saying? Give some simple throws, run the football, then attack. You know what I'm saying? I think Zach gives him a better chance to stretch the ball downfield. Zach, you know what I'm saying? So it's up to him to make him comfortable, man. And I think that he's seeing the game better now. So I just hope he comes out, man, and just be productive. I just want to see him, you know what I'm saying, do his thing, bro. But I feel you, man. A couple 3 and out, bro, I'm probably going to be pissed off too, bro.
Well, not only that, I got to see the defense come out and show that they want to play for this coach and not give
See,
up
Vinny?
40,
See,
50
Vinny?
points.
Vinny,
But
They
this
did
is the
last week.
problem.
Dude,
Yeah, see,
honestly,
every other week, though.
Baby
Every
steps.
other week.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Every other week.
But listen, prime time. You know what? If they have another clunker of 40 points or 50 points, what have you, you know what? Send a message to the coaching staff, take a page out of the Giants book, and just fire Ulbrich on the field after the game is over. Because, how much more can we put up with this guy? He's a terrible defensive coordinator. And I understand they have hold on, let me finish.
I'll let you go.
Give me my piece.
I'll let you go.
I understand that they have injuries, and I understand they got a bunch of kids playing out there that's never played. But guess what? A couple of those guys don't make any NFL rostered in the league. You know that for a fact. That being said, the great teams in this league, that ties into it. But my point is, the good teams in this league, they find ways to win. You build depth. And you know what? Don't put the guy on the roster if you don't believe him. If you don't truly believe in him, he doesn't belong on the field Sunday. Right or wrong?
That's all very fair. But at the same time, the one issue I would have with firing Ulbrich is that this is supposed to be, and I know he's kind of trying to serve as like a CEO and oversee everything. This is still supposed to be Salah's defense. That's why he was brought in as the defensive-minded head coach.
I agree. But being a defensive-minded coach, he should have a big say.
And listen, I'm gonna say this right here. Listen,
he should have the final say. Everything should go through him.
I don't care what
100%.
Say. Listen, if your defense is giving up 50 points and 260 fucking yards on the ground, bro, I'm sorry. That is effort, and that's unacceptable. As a defensive-minded coach, there's no way you're going to allow your defense to go out there and give up almost 150 points in 3 games. It's crazy.
Tyrone, not to cut you off, but shouldn't then Salah get in Ulbrich's area? If you see something out there in the formation that you don't like, say, you know what? I don't like this. Timeout. Now I'm going to call the defense.
How do we know that he's not helping out and defense is still shit?
He said it in his press conference. Are you going to have more say in this defense? No. Who says that?
He said he's not going to have more say and he's not going to take over. What his actual role is right now, we don't even know.
No, I understand that. I mean, he's not going to tell the league what he's really thinking.
I mean, if he's not involved in the defense right now, then what the fuck is he doing? He's clearly not an offensive guy. He's not going to be helping out with the offense. We've got a million quarterback coaches in LaFleur. So, what is he doing if he's not having a significant say in the defense? What's his role?
That's the major question we all have. I don't know. I don't know, because at the end of the day, it all falls on him. And if you don't like what you see out there, change it. What else can you say? At the end of the day, lay it all out on the field. Try something. Open up the playbook.
Yep. I feel you in that one, Vin.
Vin, good call, man. Good talking to you. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thanks for having me.
Have a good
Enjoy,
one.
man. Be good. All right, real quick. There was one comment I wanted to get back to. I completely agree with this. This is one of your best comments, Adrian. Jets should go back to Shea, even though there's no Shea Stadium. Play at Citi Field. I don't care. Go back to Queens. They had a home field advantage. My dad would always tell me stories about just the wind coming off the bay, how it was a nightmare for teams going there to play. Man, I wish I miss those days a lot. I wish we had a legitimate home field advantage again.
Yes, sir.
All right, going back to the calls. We got Ghost Pepper up next. Yo, Vinny, back to back. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Nothing. I was just watching the original Godzilla.
Watching Godzilla?
Okay.
1954.
Oh, wow.
What are we doing?
Damn. Yes. What's going on?
What's on your mind other than Godzilla?
Well, I was listening to what the previous call was worrying about Wilson, like in his offense. Look, I just want to say, you just saw 3 different quarterbacks with 3 varying degrees of experience run this offense, and none of it, and they all look the same for the most part. You shouldn't be worried about Wilson. Let's be honest, Mike White had no experience, ran this offense. It looked good outside of the Bills game. Josh Johnson looked good, and Joe Flacco looked good for the most part.
Okay.
So wait, so why are you saying that we shouldn't be worried about Wilson? Isn't that like more of a reason to be concerned so far that 3 quarterbacks were able to do it? And to this point, I understand he's a rookie. It's only been, 6-7 games that he was out there, but he still hadn't did it yet.
Because, like I said, the play calling has drastically changed since Mike LaFleur's moved to the booth. It's more aggressive, more pass oriented. They're more willing to throw it on first down. When in the start of the season, they run.
Do you think any of that has to do with the quarterbacks that are out there, where LaFleur just either didn't want to put too much on Wilson's plate or feared that Wilson just couldn't execute these?
I just think it was just him. I think having that better view allows him to just call better plays, and I just think he's just a young offensive coordinator having to learn his footing in the NFL landscape.
Yeah, I agree with you, Vinny, on that one, bro. Yo, I agree with you on that one, big dog. Yo, that's kind of a good point, though. I mean, like, listen, so he's calling a better game. You know what I'm saying? I think that, I mean, when it comes down to it, Zach
And
is the
then, like I
more
said, then
talented
the other,
quarterback.
like I said, I feel also good, but it's another thing about the Texans. It's like the Texans were playing a division rival who was banged up, and they took advantage of it. They were high energy. It was a high energy game for them, so they're probably going to take it down a notch. Probably going to.
Nah,
It's the notch is going to come down this week.
nah. They come. Listen, bro. They got the Jets coming to build them. Let's blood in the water, bro. They're not gonna knock it down, bro. If anything, they're gonna be more pumped up. They just got a victory over a very good football team. We get the Jets coming in, so they're looking at us like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? We're fresh. You know what I'm saying? We're fresh on the yard, baby. That's a whole meal right there. So nah, I don't know about that one, bro.
Now I feel confident in this game. Look, honestly, the rest of the season just about letting Zach Wilson grow. But off-topic thing, man, I'm just glad I'm a Jets fan not to deal with the nepotism that is the New York Giants.
They're just as big of a mess as we are right now.
Yeah, but here's the
Possibly
difference.
bigger because they're in year 4 of their rebuild, year 3.
But here's the
Four, yeah,
difference.
four.
I think
He's
it's
his
year 4.
third year.
Gettleman. At
Yeah,
least
he's
year
his
4
fourth year.
Gettleman, I think.
But here's the difference. They fire someone, they're just ultimately going to hire someone who's either works for them or works for a guy who works for them. It's like the Jets, they'll hire somebody completely different. You don't have to worry about nepotism.
Fair point, Vin.
And,
Anything else on your mind?
well, let me see. Honestly, it's another good thing. Man, Seattle has prolapsed epically.
Yeah, absolutely, baby.
I'm just looking at that draft pick. I was just watching PPS just did a video of their top 10 worst, like most lopsided trades ever. So the Herschel Walkers, Odell Beckhams, those kind of trades.
Hey,
and I'm surprised. I'm thinking to myself, Jamal Adams trade is going to be on here in 2 or 3 years.
Hey, you know what, big dog? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what? This right here could be the one move that turns the Jets around, and we got to thank Jamal. Listen, Jamal said he came here to turn us around. He just might be that reason we turn around. So, absolutely.
Oh yeah, maybe not for the reason he intended, but I'll take it. I mean, you look at AVT. Oh my God, nothing more can be said about AVT right now except he is a stud. Bona fide 100% stud lineman.
Be nice if we can get Becton back out there with him, though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, look, no one could have avoided that injury, so I can't complain. He played in his first season? He played 14 games. So if you get him let's say you get him, what is that? What does that come to? Around 90% of the time?
Wait, Becton?
Yeah, 90's
yeah.
not 100 though, big dog. Listen, what if we make the playoffs, bro? You know what I'm saying? We need him 100%, bro. We need him on the field.
I know, but look, if you get him like 16, 15 games a year, 16, 15 games, you have a Pro Bowl left tackle. I'll take that.
I would sign up for that, but I mean, this year we're going to get him for a half, possibly not even any more than that. I doubt he's coming back. Last year he missed a number of games.
I don't think he's going to come back, but like I said, looking forward.
This year right here was going to be a growing year for him. If he would have grew this year, imagine how good he would be on his third year, man. He really could be dominant because he'll figure everything out. So, you know what I'm saying? But, great call, bro. This is your best fucking call with me, bro. Real talk, man.
You know what the funny thing is, I'm going to say this. You're going to dislike it. I was actually, during the Dolphins Jets game, I was live streaming talking with Tyson. And I was talking about how much I wanted to get a Michael Carter jersey right before it happened.
That's your fault.
Yeah, I know, man.
I'm sorry.
Vincent, man, good talking to you. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yo, happy holiday, bro. Yo.
Have a happy Thanksgiving yourself, guys.
All right, be blessed, bro.
All right, good talking to you. Bro. All right, we got 3 calls left. If you're trying to get on, the link should be still up there towards the end of the chat. I don't want to post it again because then we're going to get flooded with too many calls, and we'll be on here until like 11 o'clock tonight. So I'm just going to get the people that are on right now. So we're going next up with Javid. Yo, Javid, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Long time no talk, man. How you been?
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been busy.
How's school going?
It's going good. Thanksgiving break's coming up, so I'm gonna have a little bit of rest, and then finals. So,
Rutgers basketball struggling a little bit.
Oh my God, we stink, man. We just lost to Lafayette, bro. This team
What a
is
fall
so
from
bad.
grace from last year.
They're shooting terribly. Like I think we shot like 29% from the field in that game. How is that possible? How is that possible?
Brutal, man.
Very doable. Very doable. Very doable when you're missing a lot of shots. Yeah, I got a question for you guys, man. This is not a Jets question. Yeah, how y'all feel about that LeBron James elbow, man? Did my man snapped or what, bro?
Cheap shot.
Yo,
man.
he
Cheap
went
shot.
fucking crazy, bro. Like he wasn't playing, bro. But yo, if y'all watch the video, you can watch the video. Carmelo Anthony, right after the game, right, he was over there standing there. So the ref was like, "Yo," Carmelo was like, "Yo, he ain't coming through here. I don't give a fuck what you say. He ain't coming through here, bro. Come over here if you want to." Like, yo, and then one of the triple players walked and bumped Carmelo. He was like, "Yo, what you here, yo?" Hats off to Carmelo for handling this boy though. Real talk.
LeBron didn't want none of that with Stewart though.
Nah, yo, bro.
He
listen,
wanted
bro.
nothing to do with that.
Hey, bro, listen. When they had him off the court and he ran back, bro, the last time, bro. Yeah, I can't even blame him, bro. I've been.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want anything with Stewart either. Apparently, he grew up boxing too. Like, nah,
he got them hands.
nah,
Yo.
not me.
So what are your thoughts on the team right now? Are you encouraged by what we saw on Sunday from Salah with Wilson coming back?
You know, I started off the season, very negative, very down. Even though I was a defender of people like LaFleur and Davis and stuff like that. But right now, I guess I've accepted that we're bad. That this roster, it is what it is. It has some talented players, some pieces to build with, and then around those players, we have a lot of young, inexperienced, and not that great players.
Yep.
So like watching the defense, it gets me mad. But at the same time, there's some plays where there's not really anything I can do. I mean, you can do really about it because watching San Francisco, I know, bro, Rutgers somehow Rutgers basketball has disappointed me more than the Jets have this year. Which is in the season, we're like 5 games in. It's already over. I remember I was raging when the rankings came out. We were in the top 25. Now I don't even want to look at the games anymore. But when it comes to the Jets, I think I understand that the coach is in a rough place. I'm not happy watching the games where we're getting 50 balled and it looks like there's just no effort. But like at the same time, I do understand that when you're looking at a team where you're running a defense that's basically predicated on getting pressure because you want to drop back in zone and stuff like that. But if you have no pressure, it's going to be so easy for them to find a way to pick apart every single time. And then you have young players in who are messing up their coverages. I think like Dunn did that on one of the things where he's supposed to drop back and he did not. He jumped forward and there's a free guy behind. And I think that's also why when I see people like complaining about some of the other teams around the league, like doing better than us, or it's like, I understand that. But at the same time, like, for example, like Houston, like I've seen people talk about, their team being like basically as talent deficient as us, which is true. But at the same time, they're all veterans. So they're not going to make those boneheaded plays. They just have their limitations that they have. Like you don't see them making like complete lapses in coverages where it's like sometimes you have blown coverage, but you don't have, I don't know my assignment at all because I've not been playing in this league for long and I don't know what I'm doing.
But and that's why for me and Tyson were talking about it last night, like the secondary, not really the safeties, but the corners, for me, they've probably overachieved more than any other group. And not even that they're playing great, they're just scrappy and they compete.
I think like another thing to consider, I'm sorry, but we're in talking about the secondary and the safeties in particular, where we're like one of the only teams you see where we literally took a guy and picked him up off a practice squad and then instantly had him starting. Like we picked him up someone off the Eagles practice squad and he was starting safety next game. Like that just shows how efficient we were in terms of injuries and stuff.
We've lost every safety this year. And back to that play you're talking about, Dunn, what it is, man, you know what I'm saying? And having like someone like Marcus Bay there, probably would happen. What happened was they were passing them off, and he just didn't pass them off. But listen, the one thing I say about that, that's a coachable thing that can be fixed. Like the one thing I will say about that play though, man, did you see how fast he recovered, bro? Like this kid, bro, I don't know, he has to run like a 4.3, 4.4. He has to be fast as hell. But stuff like that, man, can be, you know what I'm saying, could be fixed. And that's the one thing we were talking about last night about the secondary. Like I'm okay with the young kids. Like I mean, like I'm okay with the young kids learning because they're improving. Now imagine us having the pass rush, and what I'm saying, you would discipline all of that. You know what I'm saying, you wouldn't see as much errors because so we're getting to the quarterback. Us generating no pass. That's what kills me about our defense right now. Is when they don't send pressure or you let quarterback sit back there, they just pick us apart. You know our secondary is weak. Listen, I can't even name our safeties right now, bro. I can't even name our safeties. That's how bad it is.
I
So
think it's
if you're
Davis and
if
Carey or something like that. Someone with a K.
the last dude, I don't even know, bro, the one who started last, bro, I don't even know his name, bro. I was like, where's he from? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you expect that, bro. So that's the one thing that I say that it's probably been hard for me right now.
I think it's something that I also kind of I guess concerned about with the line, but I understand, Lawson was supposed to take up a huge chunk of that, and with Lawson gone, it makes it so much easier for teams to just straight up just double Quinnen, because before you have to do that because you have to focus on Lawson, and then you have to basically choose who you want to focus your chips and your doubles on. But right now, it's kind of disheartening seeing us get such little pressure, and also with Huff getting injured, where he was having a promising start, and now you're like, hopefully you can keep it up, but you wish you could have seen a full season from him.
Yep.
Kind of rough.
That'd have been amazing, bro. It'd been amazing. I mean,
So it seems like with a lot of these young guys that like once they get hurt, then Michael Carter, he's balling out for 4 weeks straight. Now he's out for a couple weeks. It just seems like we keep getting bit like that.
But if we'd have Lawson there, man, our season could have been so much different with Lawson, bro. Like just defensively, bro. Like that was a huge loss, man. Like so.
Like I'm really sitting here and like I'm not trying to get too sucked into the draft. Like I realize there's a huge chance for us to build a lot with the Seahawks not looking great. We having two first rounders, and then we're gonna have 2 high second rounders because Carolina's not looking great either. So that's probably like 4 picks in the top 40, which can be 4 starters if you're picking right to start.
I'm gonna say top 50. Top 50, man. I'm gonna say 40. Top 50, yes, definitely.
Panthers schedule coming up, they're gonna lose some games, man. Because our second rounder, their second rounder.
But listen, do you see Joe Douglas trying to beat Joe Douglas and trade back and accumulate more picks, or would you rather him just take the best players on the board and give us 4 killers, 4 dogs right now? You know what I'm saying?
He'll trade one of those top 10 picks. I think one of them.
I think with our first, it depends on what happens though. I think. He's not gonna like go into it with just his mind made up. I think depending on how it shakes out, like I would love to see the Lions fall in love with the quarterback and then let us have Thibodeau. With the second pick, depending on there, I think there's some players like if you're really looking at the line, like if you like the center that everyone's raving about, or if say one of the corners or the safeties who falls or something. And that's what you really like. I don't have a problem with him taking it. I think what I'm also looking forward to him doing is, like we did last year, where I mentioned this before. Joe Douglas, he came from Baltimore, and if Ozzie Newsome has a history of just liking to trade up when he sees someone he likes fall. If we have so much ammo, I could see us trading up maybe into the back end of the first, or trading up in the second or the third, whatever round we want to move up in, to just grab talent. And obviously, I'd love to see us move back sometime and get some more picks, but I really love to see us make a move up to get someone we like, because when that happened with Vera Tucker, some people were sitting there like, maybe we gave too much. When someone you really like is falling, go get him, because I want to see that happen. And Vera Tucker looks great, so I just want to see more of it.
Javed, man, great stuff. Good hearing from you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Man. Thank you. Happy
Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, man. And good luck on your finals, bro. Handle your business, all right?
Thank you. Go crush that shit, man. Be good.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right, Tyrone. I'm gonna ask you. Do I bring this next caller on? I have a feeling we may be getting trolled here. Name is Jolie. He's got a picture of a dolphin, some kind of dolphin logo in the background. No microphone on, no video on. What do you think? Do I bring him on?
Nah, hell no.
I'm gonna give him 5 seconds.
Hi guys. Yes, this is Jolie. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I actually found your. I am a Dolphins fan. Yes, and I'm not trying to troll you guys. Okay. So,
yes, you is. Yes, you is. You want to rub it in? Like, yo,
I actually, well, first of all, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of being up here. I've been listening to you guys, and it's actually the first time I hear your channel, and I was very intrigued because I thought for a second that you guys were Dolphins and talking about how we we haven't been doing good because I saw all the similarities. So for me, I definitely can say I feel your pain, Jets fans, because we have been down there with you guys for decades, and I mean decades. And let's be honest, we just won 3, but we did lose 7 straight. So
I was gonna
it's
say
not like we're like,
this year has got to be pretty frustrating for you because you kind of had all that momentum riding with Flores,
oh,
and it seemed like this was going to be the year that you would kind of take that step, make the playoffs. So yeah, what are
you
your
know
thoughts
what
on the
makes
team right
it
now?
worse is that we go. Oh, what is it? We win 5 the first year, and we're winning 4 this year. If we would have had this year last year, I would have been okay because okay, we're rebuilding.
Expect that,
But
yeah,
then
absolutely.
Yep.
that setup of 10 and 6, and we're just winning in. It's like, are we still rebuilding? Are we there yet? Like, it's just so frustrating
Yo,
as a
Josie,
fan
Peak,
because
peak too early. Peak too early.
I got a
it's
question,
oh.
Jolie. Yo, how do you feel about Tua though? That's the
I was
question.
going to ask that too.
Yo,
Yep.
how do you feel about Tua, man? Like, is he the guy?
So I will tell you this. It's too early to tell. I mean, he just completed his 16th game. He's technically still a rookie because he hasn't been able to put together multiple games back to back. You know what I mean? Like, kind of how you guys are dealing with Zach this year is what we had to deal with last year and even this year. So until I see him playing 16 games straight through, dealing with the pain and struggles, I can't really say yes or no because he's too young to really make that determination. Do I want to continue to see? Yes, because in the last 3 weeks, I would say he has shown me certain things that he's learned and improved upon. So I want to give him a shot at least for the rest of the year, and then what happens afterwards. There's nothing we can do, but at least the rest of the year, I'll definitely he's our quarterback, and I want to see him progressing. If I can see him progressing, then yes, I'll keep him.
So if he's progressing, but you still have the opportunity to trade, let's say 2 first-round picks, or maybe even a little bit more than that, and get a guy like Deshaun Watson or somebody like that. It's probably going to be more than that.
Yo, they said 3. The details came out. They said 3.
Yeah,
Three.
They actually said
first-round picks for the
3 first and 2 seconds is what they said.
Yes.
So you still doing that, even if Tua is showing a little progress at the end of the year?
I mean, God, that it hurts so much. But let's be honest. If I could have it the way I want it, absolutely, I'm trading for Watson. And let me explain why. Hold up, man. Hold up. Let me explain why.
You're good.
That's the right answer.
I'm not mad at you. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because think about it this way. I mean, when you're trading for Watson, yes, I understand he has the off the field stuff, but you're not trading for him for 2-3 years. You're trading for the next 10, 15 years. He's young, he's still in his prime, he's still climbing. And then, even if we maybe have to take it now for the next 2 years, let's say, and not be able to really use him, it's fine because we have our franchise quarterback for the next 10, 15 years. And that's really what you're trading for. And to be honest, if I'm looking at the last 5, 6 years, we haven't really been that good at picks. So I don't even care about the picks anymore at this point. I'll just take them, do what you do, and give me Watson. Now, this is a question. This is where I throw the curveball to people. I actually will still keep Tua, though. And let me explain why. Because I still want him to develop. Because let's say we can't use Watson for the next 2 years, like this year and next year. We can still keep Tua, still develop him. We can see really what he's all about. And then we can decide either we trade him or we can keep him as a backup. And then in a couple years, if Watson's like, he's not panning out, but Tua's there, guess what? We can still trade Watson, get really good picks back, and have actually a solid player in our system that knows what to do with the way that we run ourselves.
Now that sounds good in theory. I just don't know.
Of course, it's not gonna happen. It'll never happen.
I don't think
it'll
Tua
never
would be on
happen.
board for that.
No, it'll never happen.
can't have too many foxes in the hen house. That's not good.
I know. But I did say if I wish I could get it, then absolutely that'd be my dream. But to be fair, it's gonna be Watson, and then we're trading Tua. So at this point, it's just it would be unfair to him to keep him. I'll say
Final question before we let you go. What is your level of fear in the New York Jets and Coach Saleh and Zach Wilson actually turning this thing around and competing in the division anytime within the next like 2 to 3 years?
Actually, and I'll put you guys just kind of where we're at right now in the development. I would take you guys over the Patriots any day. I don't give a crap. I hate the Patriots. I'll even take the Bills. I'll take the Bills over the Patriots. The Patriots can suck for the next 45 years, and I'll be perfectly happy. But do I think that you guys have it? Yes. Actually, if you guys develop Zach the way that he needs to be developed, I think you guys are going to be a really tough team to beat in the division because of your defense. If Saleh actually does what I think Flores is doing now, taking over our defense, and you see it week in for the last like 4 weeks, our defense has gone back to last year's defense. And that is what I think you guys need to do. You need to let Saleh take over that defense. And honestly, your defense is what I was scared about more than anything else. I know you're hurting in the secondary, but your defense is what I was scared the most because he's a defensive coach. And I think that you guys have the right pieces. They just obviously got to get healthier. So. But yeah, you guys are definitely a competitor.
For whatever reason, I don't know what's happened with the defense this year. That front seven, for all the money that we invested into it with Mosley and even Quinn Williams, number 3 overall pick, it just seems like they've greatly underachieved this year. So hopefully they can figure it out, get some more pieces in there. But Jolie, great call, great stuff. You know your stuff. That was a phenomenal call.
Yo, anytime you want to call and chime in, we're here for you, man.
Well, you know what, Tyrone, Kevin, thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, the Patriots suck. They need to lose for the next 45 years because I can't believe it. Mac Jones just drops in their laps. That's the part that pissed me off about the draft. That's the
one thing that can unite Jet and Dolphin fans. Our hatred for the Patriots.
Oh, absolutely. I can't. I love you guys compared to the Patriots. I love you guys, but the Patriots. Oh, absolutely not. But thank you guys and have a great night.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving as well.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. Have a good night.
Great call.
That was an excellent call.
Yeah, actually, man.
Yeah, she knew her stuff.
We were getting trolled, bro. She just Jeff.
I was nervous. I was nervous.
Yo, bro, me too, bro.
There's no video. The mic was on mute. I see a Dolphin logo. I'm like, this is gonna go bad. That was a great call.
I'm not fun on none of that shit tonight, bro. Like I've been good. We've been positive tonight, man. I don't want to flip out.
All right, and there's only one way to close out the show. I do have a question though, because when you first joined, I saw El Chapo.
Jose!
And now we're back to Seahawks Crenshaw, Jose. So what's up, man?
Jose!
Let me explain that.
I prefer El Chapo.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I don't know.
What's up?
So,
I think that was Siri in the background trying to tell you something.
Yes, it was. No, because on another platform, I go by El Chapo.
El Chapo. Hey, listen.
You have multiple aliases?
Yeah, I have. Seahawks Jose Rodriguez on my channel. Crenshaw on this channel. And I'm El Chapo.
See, he's becoming a celebrity.
On Twitter.
That's not what happens, though. Hey,
No.
but Jose, I thought you were El Chapo because your team be getting chopped the hell up every week. Keep losing, baby. I want you, baby. Keep losing.
Actually, Tyrone, I'm actually El Chapo because my family is from the same city as El Chapo. So.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
So be nice, Tyrone.
So before we talk some football, what are your thoughts on your Angels stealing all the Mets? I'm waiting for Mr. Mets too now.
I am loving it. I already told Elias.
We'll see if Syndergaard could actually finish off the year, but Loop's a good signing for you guys. He'll help you guys in the bullpen.
I told Elias if you want to lead again, no, Syndergaard and Loop's autograph that way he can pretend that they're still Mets.
I assume you're already following Syndergaard on Twitter, right?
No.
No? Oh,
No.
He's a good follow on Twitter.
No. Since someone wanted to come in here and throw me under the bus earlier about fantasy football. Let me just.
They was talking about you, dog.
I know.
Dog. They was talking about
Yeah,
you,
I know.
dog.
I know, but unlike that person, I'm not a snitch. I
Get stitches.
I will say, however, from time last week, I was not one of the people that wrote in and told you which your lineup.
I know you wouldn't.
That was not me. That was not my other commissioner.
I'm convinced it's all led by Cassandra. That she's just trying to get him kicked out of the league. It's like some kind of conspiracy, like Roger Goodell with John Gruden. It's the same kind of shit going on here. She's trying to get me kicked out.
Bro, they threw you under the bus, bro. They told it all, baby. They told everything, man.
I know.
I'm just saying, bro, handle that.
I know.
That, bro.
I will. There's a group chat. Thank
God. I can only imagine what that group chat's like.
It's like the villagers in Near Frankenstein.
I got a question, man.
Yeah.
So, being a Seattle fan
after you ask yours, I'm going to ask you too.
Okay. All right, no problem. Being a Seattle fan right now, man, like, how you feeling right now knowing that you might give us a top 5, a top 7 pick, bro? How you feeling right now, man? But Jamal can't tackle, can't cover Adams, man. How you feeling?
To be honest, this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Because the whole fan base is ready to burn shit down there. They're ready to throw shit up off the Titanic. And I have a question for you too.
All right.
If you were in my shoes and you had to choose between Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, which one do you pick?
Russell Wilson all day.
Tyrone, you?
I just think that I'm kind of I know Russell Wilson would probably be the good pick, but I just think the fact that Pete Carroll, man, he's a little older, so yeah, I probably.
How many more years has he got left? He's over 70, right?
He signed an extension last year.
Oh, he did? Oh, wow. Yeah,
but how old is he though?
71.
He's like
71?
He's 71. Yeah, I definitely go Russell Wilson. I could because see this is my point right here.
Still brings more energy than Salah though, but
but Jose, this is the problem though, Jose. Like y'all have a lot of holes to fill. So I think Wilson keeps you viable. I think maybe it's time for another voice in that area, man. But Pete Carroll's a great coach, though.
Yeah.
Man. And I would hate for y'all to. He's a really good coach, bro. He's a motivator man. So.
Yeah. Now I had a scary thought while Javed was talking. A scary thought popped into my head, and I'm glad Tyson is in here to hear it because he would kill me for even bringing it up. But I put myself in Woody Johnson's headspace. That's a scary thought. But I put myself in his brain. And I thought, okay, if Zach Wilson looks bad, the next however many more weeks I left, and we only win 1 or 2 games, does Woody Johnson make a desperate move and try to trade for Deshaun Watson?
I don't think so.
Nah.
Woody Johnson. Woody fucking.
It's too much, bro.
Go ahead first.
No, it's too much, bro. Listen, I mean, they want listen, Miami was gonna give up three first round picks and 2 second-round picks, bro. I say lots. I think Zach. Listen, Zach, and the pick from you guys and the pick from Carolina, like we really have a chance to turn around. What do you think, prime time?
I can't see Woody Johnson after 1 year just stepping in and then reversing everything that he allowed Joe Douglas to do, as far as like giving him more authority, where, you know, they redid the reporting structure where the head coach,
He's Woody
don't report that.
Johnson.
Yes, he is, but at the same time, he would look like such a jackass if he just steps in and fires everybody after being here for 1 year. I can almost understand it because he didn't have much to say in either of these hires. Even that would be surprising for me. I don't put anything past Woody Johnson, but even that would be surprising for me. Go ahead.
Did you not see the video I tagged you in on Twitter?
I haven't watched shit on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in a while.
I tagged you guys in a video on Twitter yesterday.
I'll check it out right after the show.
Yep.
There was actually one of yours that popped up on my feed. I was starting to watch it for like a minute or two. Was that the one where you were plugging like a dating show or something from somebody?
Yeah. Yes. But that one was the Seahawks and the Jets have the same problem. And it starts with the ownership. And trickles all the way down from there.
See, but at the very least, even if your ownership's a problem, you still eventually landed on a good head coach. He won you a Super Bowl. You found your franchise quarterback. So your owner might be a problem, but our owner has literally been in the way, holding everything back for 10 years.
We have no owner. Our owner died and left it to his sister.
So, like, what is her role exactly? Like, is she actually running things, or does she hire somebody that's running things? Like, I don't know much about Seattle's ownership.
Pete Carroll is running things.
So he's the only one that he's like your GM right now too?
No,
they got a GM. They have a GM.
Yeah, John Schneider.
Yeah.
So what? Pete Carroll has more say than him?
Yes.
Oof.
Yes. With that, guys, have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too, Jose, man.
Love you both.
Happy day. Thanks, bro, for real, man.
God bless, and I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for the chat. I'm thankful for Cassandra. Not like that. Don't get.
What's there to be thankful for her?
But oh God, you just opened.
He's just digging a hole, ain't Jose? Yo, man, plug your channel, Jose.
My channel, Seahawks Jose Rodriguez. I am 20 subs away from 300. If I can get there by Thanksgiving, I will be exponentially grateful for that. So
if you hit it by Thanksgiving, you got a shotgun on the show next week.
Of course.
All right, sounds good, man.
Of course.
Hey, bro, I love you, man. Happy
I love you
holidays,
guys
man.
too.
Hey, do your thing,
Happy
baby.
Thanksgiving, happy Hanukkah.
Yes, sir.
You too,
Love
man.
boy.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
All right,
you too.
Jets up,
Appreciate
baby.
All right. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you very much. Once again, reminder that our Trusting the Process shirts, they're available for one more week. Please get them. $5 are going to go to the Jersey City Fire Department, Mark V. Lee Christmas Toy Drive. Great cause. We'll be back Friday night previewing Jets Texans. Tyson should be back then. So talk to you guys later. Have a good week.
Have a good one, man. Happy holidays.